Hello, good morning. Oh gosh, I forgot where we left off, which group we were on. I think we were with, I want to say we were with, our friends, Soto and, oh gosh, what was her name? Oh, I'm gonna lose it. It's been a week. Neo withdrawals, don't worry. She is with Yako, and they're completing their education. I think that is everything. Let's go back to the game. Yumiko, okay. I knew it started with a Y. Okay. How are you doing today, Willow? What's up? How are you doing? Sorry, my phone is lagging behind. Oops. Doing good, still thinking about the manga they released before the game came out. My Mio. I need to read it still, I forgot. I miss her every day. She's so cute, man. Okay. Ise. Shima investigation, Yumiko Shiki. A mermaid corpse has been discovered on the beach near Ijuka Town. Yumiko and her partner are investigating its whereabouts, and they run into a local important figure. This man looks scary. Oh wait, isn't that their... Is that not... Wait. No. Isn't that one of the Wakamura? No, that's not Wakamura. I don't know why I thought that was Wakamura, like, visiting. Okay. Whatever. We love the island, it's true. Date unknown, August 1980 something. Mr. Yamashina. Oh whoa, okay. I have like 3 drinks. I have my coffee, I have my water, and I have milk today because it helps Laura. So, I have chocolate milk. Okay. Mr. Yamashina. Thank you for agreeing to meet with us on such a short notice. I understand that you're a busy man. Not like I have much choice when it's some bigwig from the prefectural police badgering me to do so. So you were Shiki from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, Security Division, was it? Ha! And here I thought you were just some housemaid. You sure you're from the police in that getup? Well, I am primarily a housewife by trade, but that's hardly important right now. You're also known as... Unka Oh, I believe. After hearing so many rumors, it's an honor to meet your acquaintance. Rumors, eh? Alright. A wealthy tycoon who owns multiple companies and swaths of land, particularly in the Tsu and Ise areas, born in the Taisho period, unmarried. He's gonna cast Chain Lightning. Built like an orb ponderer. He's 70, so yeah, he's old. His family first came into the business in the Edo period, traveling from town to town selling talisman, scanthus, reed hoops, and other items to ward off evil spirits. During the Meiji period, this business expanded into a trading company, and the Yamashina family became a prominent contributors to the development of the region. Born to the heir of the Yamashina family business and the daughter of a noble family, Yoshiatsu grew up in an affluent environment where he received a thorough education tailored to gifted children. Following the end of the war, Yoshiatsu inherited the company assets in his 30s, but was quick to sell off all the shares he owned, using the proceeds to buy and sell real estate and stocks, a practice that made him extremely wealthy. After amassing his fortune, he showed a keen interest in investigating ambitious young people, actively mentoring those he took a particular liking to. This approach led to the emergence of many successful businessmen, which included Shinobu Wakamura, Kamishima. Oh, well, there you go. Those who have received Yamashina's support view him with both gratitude and a sense of awe bordering on reverence, referring to him as Ankaku Dono, a title that evokes a figure elevated above the clouds. Yamashina has shown a strong attachment to wealth, even going as far to partake in illicit activities such as illegal donations, tax evasion, insider trading, and media control, all in an effort to garner even more status and money. In the shadow of many success stories enabled by his support, many more of his beneficiaries have fallen into bankruptcy or have been arrested, fueling endless unsavory rumors about him to this day. Yamashina himself, however, seems to be unconcerned by these rumors, considering anything that does not directly harm him to be beneath his notice. Even as a lifelong bachelor, he has surrounded himself with many followers, both publicly and privately, and has never lacked for anything to satisfy his personal needs. A few years ago, he began to seriously consider the issue of his successor, driven by his determination that his beloved fortune should never fall into the hands of someone untrustworthy. Perhaps for this reason, he began to develop a keen fascination with immortality around the same time, and is said to be secretly investing vast amounts of money into research on the topic. Figures. So, Scrooge, Seabeard. Yes, I hear you've been doing some, under the table research into immortality? And? So what if I am? Well now, I wouldn't have expected you to be such a dreamer, but it does make you just a bit more relatable. You can laugh all you want. What's it got to do with the police anyway? It seems, on this particular occasion, it has quite a bit to do with the police, unfortunately. You don't say. Oh wow, you look scary. She's kinda short, oh my goodness. Just gotta look up at Soto. This tall child. He's like, what, 20 something? 25, yeah. This is her husband's apprentice, or two, so they've probably known each other forever. These splendid gardens all fall within the grounds of Mr. Yamashina's Ise City estate. Part of me wonders why he needs so much space when he doesn't have a family. But I suppose he has an image to maintain. Ah, I knew it. Nope. My bird. Mockingbird. We got 09. Kiting killer. Nice. People like Yamashina have a tendency to underestimate me when I meet with them alone. Having someone intimidating like Soto with me gets them to take me more seriously. I'm glad he's here with me today. I'm amazed we were able to get an appointment with him so quickly. Yes, and it's all thanks to Detective Ide. It would seem he's quite the capable fellow. After looking into the corpse of the mermaid found earlier this morning, it seems highly likely that it was taken into the custody of Mr. Yamashina here. He's quite the big shot around here, with plenty of weight to throw around both politically and financially. Of course, all the local police know of him, and of his moniker, Kudono. We had to get one of the higher-ups to act as an intermediary to even get a meeting with him. Personally, I'm happy as long as we can get the mermaid corpse back from him. Although I certainly won't complain if he can tell us anything about the curse as well. I hear he's quite the curmudgeon, so we'll have to watch our step with dealing with him. I still don't know what her vision ability really does, besides highlight the stickers for me. I'm curious about it. This is Yoshiatsu Yamashina. He is a tycoon with multiple properties and companies to his name, mostly based here in Iseshima. He's been long rumored of being involved in various shading dealings. Special Investigations has had an eye on him for a while now, but they haven't managed to find any concrete evidence so far. It seems like he has a knack for pinning the blame on his subordinates before finding a way to slip away. Needless to say, he and the police are quite familiar with each other by this point, though I don't doubt he has all the local police chiefs and politicians under his thumb behind the scenes. There's no need for me to get involved in all that. I'll be satisfied as long as I get the information we need from him. Makes sense. I'll get straight to the point. I believe you took a mermaid corpse into your possession this morning? What? That corpse is linked to an ongoing case. We came here to ask you release it into police custody. I have no idea what you're on about. Of course. You will get something in return. We have some information I'm sure you'll find quite profitable in exchange. Like I said, no idea what you're on about. If that's all you came here for, scram. I assume it works how Mio could see the spirits in the last game, just like we can see it now, so since we're playing as her this time. Yeah, but she said earlier that she doesn't really have any special abilities, so I'm curious as to what hers specifically does, because it's different for everybody. Because, that's why she has Soto around, because Soto has several abilities. And Yumiko alone lacks any particular metaphysical abilities. A meager degree of spirit sense, so I wonder what degree she could see spirits or figure out where they are, etc. Oh, pity. I really thought you'd be interested in what we had to share. Assuming you really are interested in immortality. Well, I suppose we barely know each other. It's only natural that you'd be wary of our intentions. What do you say to a little chat to get to know each other better, Mr. Unkakudono? All we have up our sleeve is information on mortality. I suppose we'll just have to hope he takes the bait. Oh, I love the sprite of her. Oh my goodness. Cute. I hear you've been putting up quite a bit of effort into training up the younger generation recently. What's your take on today's youth? Useless, a lot of them. Bunch of pushovers that have let all this new generation tripe go to their heads. We're the ones who built this country back up after the war, but they're out there strutting around like they own the place. Far too big for their britches. My, what a scathing review. I love Soto's face, it's so bad. He's a part of this new generation, obviously. He's only like 25. Would our resident member— yeah, there we go. Would our resident member of the new generation like to comment at all? Please don't call me that. I hear you've been searching for a successor, though. Given your strong opinions on the matter, I take it that you're struggling. Though I can see why that could lead to a desire for immortality. After all, there's no need to cede your legacy to someone if you can remain at the reins yourself, That might have been true when I started my research. Oh? I take it that it isn't the case now. I'm no spring chicken. The thought of living for hundreds of years like this ain't exactly appealing anymore. Don't see the point in immortality if I'm already long past my prime. Well, that is certainly different from the rumors. My apologies for jumping to conclusions. You have my wholehearted agreement that immortality doesn't necessarily bring happiness, though. She does look fairly young. I wonder if there's something anti-aging with her, or if she just is just a beautiful, or if she's just younger than I thought, and is just a beautiful young woman. I love these two a lot. They're so cute and funny. Let me clear up one more thing while we're at it. I've already decided on my successor. Oh? Turns out the perfect candidate was right under my nose the entire time. I haven't told them yet, but they're a sharp one. They'll do a fine job. Is it him? 'Cause this Wakamura knows him. They work together. And this is a smart, sharp, young, kind boy. So is it Shotaro? Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. I suppose that would mean you no longer have any need for immortality then. Who said I still wasn't interested? It simply has nothing to do with my successor. I still intend on continuing my research for medical advancement. You understand. Think of it as doing my bit for society. I'm blanking my name on the TV girl. Oh! Is it Sato? Yeah. Shiranami. That's a good question also. I don't know. I wonder if... Sorry, their eyes are very similar and they have the same, like, lower half of their nose. Their bridges are... Oh, yeah, the bridges are a little different and the bottom of her nose is a little longer. But... their eyes are very similar. And she just showed up out of nowhere. Oh. I wonder if they're related. I wonder if Yuzo and Sato are related. Somehow. Through the Minakuchi family. Or not the Minakuchi, I mean Sumikawa. Maternally. Because obviously she's got some mermaid curse bullshit going on. As per last time. That's interesting. You lot are always quick to assume the worst of whatever I do. How about you mind your business for a change? Well, there's not much we can say to that. We'll try to be more discerning from now on. I've already chosen my successor. No need to harp on about it anymore. I've already written up my will and passed it off to my lawyer. You be sure to let your friends of the police know too. By the way, you're obviously not just some run-of-the-mill cop. Who are you? Why, I believe I mentioned it when I introduced myself. I'm just a simple housewife. A likely tale. Plus that fellow next to you has also got a strange air about him. He's no ordinary person, is he? My, how observant of you. I suppose you could say that, yes. Doesn't take a genius to see it. One of them phony psychic types, are you? Phony? Hit a nerve, did I? There are far too many of your kind around lately. Cozy enough to those with power by feeding them all a bunch of nonsense. Liars and cheaters, all of you. Oh, he's so cute. You seem to have quite the chip on your shoulder about this, Mr. Yamashina. Don't know if it's because there's a cult craze going around, but I've seen far too many folks get taken in by that train. Occult craze, spiritual phenomena, the supernatural, aliens, cryptid, lost civilizations, extrasensory perception. The list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomena are quick to take on the life of their own. A plesiosaur named Nessie living in Loch Ness, sightings of mythical creatures like the Tsuchinoko or the Hibagon. Urban legends of the Kuchisake Onna and Hanako-san. Television reports of spoon-bending sidekicks, documentaries featuring spirit photography and UFOs that become the talk of the school next day. These are only a few examples of the stories that have captivated the public's interest. Magazines specializing in paranormal phenomena continue to thrive with no end to the craze in sight. Yeah, it's the 80s. Occult craze is all the wild. That Wakimura over on Kamishima is one of them. Talk about a waste of potential. Wakimura? Can't say I care much about who you are anymore. You going around with some phony sidekick tells me all I need to know. How dare you? Soto, calm down. He can think what he wants. There's one thing I should warn you about. Eating the flesh of that mermaid you found won't grant you immortality. And what would you know about that? Well, you know, one hears all sorts of things in this day and age. I don't know where it came from, but there seems to be a legend that eating mermaid's flesh will grant one immortality. All I wanted to say was that it's just that, a legend. It has no basis in reality at all. How can you be so sure? Just think about it. If that legend were true, wouldn't it be strange that no confirmed immortals have ever been found? Yeah, who's to say they aren't just living in hiding? The legend of Yao Vikuni is passed down in over 100 places across Japan, yet not a single verifiable immortal has even been found to show for it. So you mean to say all those legends are fake? Please. If even just one of those tales is true, there's always a chance there's an immortal hiding away somewhere. I see. You really are quite the dreamer, aren't you? I figured you were trying to bluff me out of that mermaid corpse for one reason or another, but now I'm sure of it. That thing's hiding some sort of secret, isn't it? Something you don't want me to find out. She's so funny. Who might this Wakamura be? Wakamura? He's one of my proteges. He's the one currently in charge over on Kamishima. Used to have high hopes for that one, but that changed when he came under the thrall of some phony sorcerer in Tokyo. A phony sorcerer in Tokyo? You heard right. Since then there's been no end to his nonsense. Buying properties out in the mountains, changing company names, all because of something the sorcerer whispered in his ear. He even told me the layout of my house was unlucky and tried to get me to renovate the place. Just recently he was going about some curse causing a big storm. That sort of rubbish. Well, that's a thing. A storm caused by a curse, you say? Even said the storm 5 years ago was caused by the same curse. He's been trying to wheedle me into helping him to find some way to stop it. But I'm done with him and his ramblings. Man's clearly a lost cause. He'll be coming over here tomorrow morning, but I'm thinking it's time to have someone else take the reins over on Kamishima. I see. So, even though you believe in immortality, you refuse to associate with anything to do with the occult. And you do? I figured someone claiming to be a cop would have more sense than that. How are you meant to solve crimes if criminals can just pull out curses left and right? You won't find me disagreeing there. So what exactly has this Wakamura been saying about this curse? Hell if I remember. Why don't you go to Kamishima and ask them in yourself? Maybe we will. Thank you for the information. This old man is clearly going to suffer the horrible effects of bad feng shui. It's true. I imagine this man will die badly. Is there anything else you can tell us about this phony sorcerer that Wakamura is so devoted to? Wakamura went on about how there's some big shot who appeared on television. I never even heard of him. As I just said, just ask him yourself. Of course, we'll be sure to do so. So you admit you have the mermaid corpse then? Oh, don't worry, we assumed as much from the start. If I'm not mistaken, that mermaid was in sort of a mummified state, no? I doubt you'll be eating it as it is, but surely there's no harm in handing it over. So you can hog it for yourself? You won't fool me that easily. You don't think that a rare specimen like that ought to be placed in the care of proper research institutes? I'm saying I'll get a specialist research institute to study it. Problem solved. I suppose so. I'll make sure that mermaid gets studied properly. Don't you worry about that. By the way, you're quite well connected around these parts if I'm not mistaken. This doesn't have anything to do with what we came here to talk about. But I was wondering if you happen to recognize the person in this sketch. It seems he lived in the Iseshima area around 6 years ago? Nope, never seen him. I assume you've heard the news about the old human bones found on the seabed. This is a sketch of one of the victims from that case. You sure you have no idea who it could be? First I've heard of it, actually. Got no interest in things that have nothing to do with me. How about this then? If you agree to give up the mermaid, we'll tell you what we know in return. For someone who doesn't seem to believe in the occult, you seem awfully fixated on this mermaid immortality, which suggests to me that you found something you could consider quite conclusive. Bah! What are you on about now? Well, I happen to know a bit more about mermaids than most people. I love Soto so much. Ma'am, are you sure? It's fine. I had the opportunity to do some research into him a while back, you see. You don't say. And? Well, mermaids do indeed have the ability to grant a human immortality. Ha! I knew it! More precisely, individuals granted immortality in this way are known as 800-year immortals. So they have a lifespan of 800 years? That's right. As the name suggests, they gain 800 years of remaining life. During this time, they won't age a day, and even if they die, they'll resurrect immediately. Sounds like a real blessing. No, I'm afraid it's anything but. One who defies the very laws of nature like that is no longer human. They're anomalous beings that should not be allowed to exist. As such, our position requires that any such individuals we find are dealt with as swiftly as possible. Indeed, this immortality was originally a curse mermaids placed upon humans. A curse? Immortality is neither a blessing nor salvation for the living. It's a curse that robs them of the ability to die. None of those who have become 800-year immortals found happiness. Not one. It renders living among other humans impossible and makes them an outcast from society. Of course, there are a few years at first when life will be tolerable. But after that, every meeting ends in parting. You outlive whomever you love or are loved by. Even if you find acceptance, it will only be for a time. You will always be shunned eventually. You'll experience this over and over for 800 years. 800 years unable to die, with loneliness as your constant companion. This is why many see no other recourse than a life of monastic seclusion, just as Yabakuni did. I suppose that makes sense. Still, there will always be those who seek immortality. Always have, always will be. You think so? I, for one, struggle to see the appeal. In any case, there are also certain conditions that must be met for this curse of immortality to be effective. She's an immortal, isn't she? That's why... She's immortal, isn't she? Where is she? Age, secret... Like, the whole... something happened to her. Is that why she's in the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Because they can just depend on her forever? And she doesn't care about anything else but really being Itensai's wife? That's why she looks so young? I'm curious about that. Because, I don't know. In any case, there are also certain conditions. Turns out she's just been beefing with a mermaid for 600 years. That's really funny. In any case, there are also certain conditions that must be met for this curse of immortality to be effective. Eating mermaid's flesh alone isn't enough to make you an 800-year immortal. Oh? And what exactly are these conditions? Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not aware of the specifics there myself. 800-year immortal, a person who has gained an 800-year lifespan after being cursed by a mermaid. Someone who ingests part of the body of a mermaid that meets certain conditions will be cursed and become a being known as an 800-year immortal. Once cursed, the individual's own body is lost, and a provisional body is reconstructed using the parts of the mermaid ingested as a medium. Their soul is then transferred to this provisional body, which they are able to control as if it were their own, with their conscience presiding over both their soul and body from the head. As such, they could already be considered more spirit in nature than a human. That's okay, well that's interesting. Maybe she's not. Oh. So, If the individual is fatally wounded or contracts an illness that results in their death, their body will instantly be restored to its default state, allowing them to revive. In the event that they lose any body parts, their heart will treat the largest remaining part of them as their main body and regenerate any lost parts from there, with the removed parts subsequently vanishing. This occurs even in the event that a lost body part is the head. However, these individuals heal from non-fatal wounds only at a slightly faster rate than their bodies would be capable of naturally. As these people feel physical sensations and pain to the same extent they would have in their original body, it is extremely difficult to tell whether an individual is an 800-year immortal or not unless they die, even for the individual themselves. The lifespan of this provisional body is 800 years from the time of its creation. Due to the individual's original body already being lost, not even the mermaid responsible for the original curse will be able to dispel it. The individual will only see the end of their long life once 800 years have passed. Hi Iota! Good morning, how are you doing? But I can say this much at least. The mummy you have in your possession is no mermaid. Huh? Bullshit! Ain't no way that is anything other than a mermaid. What I mean to say is that mummy is a different being from the mermaids who wield this curse. Not half fish, half human. Not all half fish, half human beings are mermaids, you see. In fact, calling them all by the same name is what leads to mishaps like this one. Say what? You mean to tell me that's not a mermaid? That real mermaids are a completely separate thing? That's right, which is why I can say with confidence that eating its flesh won't make you immortal. Seems you weren't bluffing after all. So what is that thing then? There's gotta be some reason you're after it. I imagine that even if you had it dissected and examined, all the results would point to it being just a mass of fibers. In other words, nothing more than a man-made fake. There's a very good reason for that. You see, that mummy is merely the corpse of an average human, twisted beyond recognition by the curse of the Forsaken Fish. What? Another curse? Another curse wielded by mermaids, as it happens. That would be the remains of someone who died under it. It also happens to be the same curse responsible for the mermaids found every few hundred years or so across the country. You see now, we'd rather you handed over the mermaid to us. The poor soul deserves a proper burial, same as anyone else. Surely you're not so hard-hearted as to deny them that. Curses this, curses that, it's all a bunch of hokum if you ask me. That said, the report I got from the Research Institute earlier said the same thing. Oh my, I take it that you already had the mermaid dissected then. They said it was likely a fake, but I asked if I wanted them to keep going anyway. Oh, he's so upset. Poor Soto. Oh. Oh. I told him to keep at it, but... It should be clear now that you have nothing to gain from researching that corpse, least of all information on immortality. Won't you consider handing it over? Of course, we could always ask you to take on charges of abandonment and desecration of a corpse. Alright, have it your way. I'm so glad you come around. Thank you for your cooperation. Perhaps he isn't as fixated on immortality as I thought. That leaves us in a rather unfavorable position. How should we approach this now, I wonder? I'll give you the damn mermaid, but in exchange I want you to tell me one more thing. What is it? You say there are real mermaids out there. Where are all these real mermaids hiding then? I suppose you could call it... the Eternal World? The Eternal World? Yes. Mermaids are not creatures of this world, you see. Their original home is Ryugu, the domain of the sea god. Ryugu? How do you get there? I'm sorry to say the Ryugu stores are only open to the dead. Going there is impossible for a living human. Ha! You could claim anything with a fairy tale like that. It all sounds like hokum. That said, the entrance to Ryugu is said to lie somewhere in the Issei Sea. There have been numerous sightings of mermaids crossing over to this world in the area's long history. Which is why the Issei Bay has its share of mermaid legends too. Now that you mention it, I have heard one of those stories too. Some old tale about mermaids being found on some long-lost island called Taishima or the like. What? Wait a moment, where did you hear that story? Aha! Catch your interest, have I? It looks like a story has some merit to it after all. I was simply surprised, that's all. It's not a name I've come across in any historical records. Taishima! An island said to have previously been located south of Kamishima. It has long since vanished. It is sometimes referred to as Taishima or Lost Island. No official records remain. It remains shrouded in mystery. With knowledge of it preserved only in tales passed down between the residents of the Iseshima area. Legends say the island was besieged by someone 400 years prior, and the curse of the murdered islanders caused the entire island to sink. It's just something I heard from one of the youngins. I have out there looking for mermaids. I see. Sounds like you've got a capable young hand. Oh no! Is that why Yuza needed it in one day? Did he get Yuza? Is that— oh no. Did this guy get Yuza? Fuck. I hate this guy. Leave Yuza alone. I don't suppose it would be possible to meet with this individual? Nope, not happening. Unless you're willing to spill the beans on everything you got about mermaids, every last bit of info. Maybe, just maybe, I'd consider it then. It's clear you're no ordinary housewife after all. I don't know why I'm starting to get like country. My old man voice is just naturally a little country. Not interested? Then this meeting is over. I'll hand over the corpse to the police as promised. But don't think I've given up on mermaids for immortality. If they really exist, I'll find them and make them mine. Soda, we have to kill this guy. Oh, wow. Map time. Back to Issei City. Hey there, you two. Sorry for calling you out here when you're so busy. I figured it'd be best to give you the rundown of our findings as soon as possible. No problem. It's no problem. Go ahead. Poster. What do we have here? Oh, this? It's a poster advertising Kamishima. Something about it catch your eye? No, I was just thinking. Surely it would be better to put it somewhere to where we'll actually see it? Good point. Maybe they had some posters left over. You're interested in Kamishima, are you? It's a nice place. Great tourist spot too, I recommend it. This is one of Issei City's residential districts. Right now, the ground is so hot, the air around it seems to be shimmering. Whips out my police as she cursed down. I think he could kill people. I love him. This is my son. I don't know how she thinks of him, really. She seems to really like him. He is her husband's apprentice, so despite the heat, Soda looks unruffled as ever. I do hope he isn't just pretending to be alright. This boy is gonna have heat stroke! Let's hear what Detective Ide has to say. Yes, sir. I love this kid so much. Police box. That's just the police box I was waiting at. Something you were wondering about? Oh, no, I just happened to find myself looking at it, that's all. Would you rather talk inside? Though there's no air conditioner, so it would probably be cooler out here. It's quite alright. Talking out here should be fine. I like that they have random people walk by like this. It's very cool. There was a kid here a second ago. See, now there's a woman. I'm making sure I'm not really missing anything. I don't think I am. A message came in from Detective Ide just as we were about to head to Kamishima, so we stopped by to see what he had to say. Impressively quick to work on his part, to be sure. I just hope he has some good information for us. Wondering about my suit, are you? It's just a cheap old thing. Sorry, I don't have anything more presentable. So did you manage to meet up with Mr. Yamashima? Shina? Yes, thank you again for your help there. It seems he's willing to hand over the body without any fuss. Really? That's great. Still, why would some big shot tycoon go to all that trouble to withhold a body? If everything I've heard is true, you could probably take him on the charges of desecrating a corpse, you know? Or was there something special about that corpse? How observant of you, Detective. I can, of course, explain it if you'd like to know more. Wait a second. Is it related to that secret department of yours? I think I'm better off not knowing if so. Oh, really? I don't mind bringing you into the fold. Ma'am, please stop trying to rope him into helping us. I've never met the guy, but I hear he's quite a cranky old geezer. How'd your meeting go? I'll bet he was pretty wary of you being with the police. But he didn't try to pick a fight or anything, did he? Well... I'm not sure you could say it went smoothly, but... I don't think we upset him, at least. Probably. He looks so upset. You don't sound very sure about that. Oh right! That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about! So, I got all hands on decks to go around asking about that sketch you gave me, and we finally found someone who recognized the victim. Oh, that's great news! The person who recognized him was a housewife in her 20s who lived in Kumano 7 years ago. Apparently the sketch looks like a 19-year-old she knew who left the village to go to the city. So 7 years ago he was 19, no? From the sounds of it, the guy had no relatives to speak of, left the village with nothing but the clothes on his back. She doesn't know what happened to him after that. I see, that would make him a young man with no relatives who left his hometown behind 7 years ago. Did we get a name for our mystery man? Sure did. His name was... I can't speak. Ikoma. I looked him up in the residence registry, and it does look like he moved from Kumano to Ice City 7 years ago. But it seems like he doesn't live at the place he put as address anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. I checked in with the apartment's landlord, and it seemed that about 6 years ago, the landlord who had his contract terminated after he failed to both pay his rent and returned to the apartment for several months straight. The landlord didn't put out a search request or anything, so I'm afraid that... So that's where the trail ends, I'm afraid. Well, he's super dead. If he went missing 6 years ago, I suppose it wouldn't surprise me if those were his remains. We'll keep looking into Ikoma to see if he was involved in anything that might have led to his murder. Of course, there's always the possibility we've got the wrong guy, so we'll keep asking around just in case. Please do. Topo-Sea skeletons. A case in which multiple human skeletons were recovered from a deep fissure on the Topo-Sea bed. The initial estimate indicated that at least 5 bodies had been disposed there. The following information has not been made available to the public. Okay, not available to the public. So if anybody knows anything about this, we gotta kill him. Victims' identities unclear. All victims male. Each body is thought to have been disposed at different times. The most recent body dates to about 6 years ago. The facial sketch of this individual was obtained using Soto Kiryu's Shagan ability. Testimonies indicate that the individual in the sketch resembles a youth by the name of Ikoma, who went missing 6 years ago. He has no known relatives. The other remains show signs of gradual aging, with the oldest dating back more than 30 years. Although the presence of older remains have also been confirmed, they have completely decayed, and it is impossible to tell how old they are. It is unlikely that the bodies could have drifted into the fissure naturally, so it is thought that someone has been discarding them every few years. Each skeleton shows signs of a clean, precise cut, inflicted by a sharp blade. Traces of a curse were also detected around the severed sections. The victims were believed to have been killed by a curse, wielded by someone connected to the Heike. Yay! The woman we spoke to said the sketch was really accurate. No doubt in her mind that it was Ikoma. Well, that accurate. Then I'm sure we've got the right person. I love him! Still, how did you even manage to make that sketch? There was nothing left with the victim but bones. Well, let's just say it's classified for now. Right. I guess that means I shouldn't pry any further. I'm trying to think of a reason for all this. Yeah. Cause the seabed skeletons, as far as we know right now, are unrelated to the mermaid stuff that we've got going on. Unless, of course, the curse bearer in this situation is killing people for mermaid reasons. Oh yeah, I also looked into that lady you were asking about, Sumikawa. Oh yes, did you find anything? Well, it seems she hasn't registered as a resident even though she moved here around 5 years ago. And nothing came up for Sumikawa in the civil registry either. So I'm afraid we don't have anything on who she is or where she came from. Sorry to disappoint. I see. Is that quite common? Happens. It's not unheard of for folks to just drift from the countryside to come here for work and just drift on with no one really knowing who they are. Apparently it was really common during the post-war growth period. It seems we have quite the mystery woman in our hands. Yep. Though there is something I've been wondering about. Oh, let's hear it. You have some idea of who she might be? Every so often over a period of 30 years, the mermaid's curse. Specifically, though. What? I don't know what you mean by that. Because the sword curse is something completely different from the fish curse that we were talking about. Okay, sorry. I just, I don't know. I got lost. Okay, well, hold on. I accidentally skipped everything. You have some idea of who she might be? Well, have you heard of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster? It was a big maritime disaster that struck 5 years back. Yeah, I have, yes. One of the victims of that disaster was, a diver and housewife from Kamishima by the name of, Mare Minakuchi. But it seems her maiden name was Sumikawa. So our mystery woman shares a surname with a maritime disaster victim. I'm impressed that you managed to dig that up. I was confusing the two crimes. I thought that the mermaid body was part of the sixth corpse. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. There was also 2 mermaid bodies. We have Sumikawa's mermaid body. And I think, right? Oh, whatever. Oh, so you thought they might be related too. I'm glad it just wasn't me. Anyway, it seems the bodies of those disaster victims were never found in the end, which got me thinking. Hmm? Wait, are you saying? Yep. I was thinking Mari Minakuchi could have survived the disaster 5 years ago. And you think she moved up to Ijika and started going by her old name of Somikawa again? That's right. What do you think? It seems like a long shot, but maybe. But if that's the case, why would she have stayed in Ijika for 5 whole years without thinking to contact her family? Maybe she lost her memories in the disaster. Right, if she only had her old memories to rely on, it wouldn't be that odd if she went back to using her old name. Surely her appearance would still be the same, though. It's difficult to imagine no one recognizing her for 5 whole years. Yeah, it's possible she just never ran into anyone she knew. That kind of thing's more likely than you'd think. Oh, and speaking of appearances, I found an old picture of Mari Minakuchi from a report on the disaster. I haven't met the Somikawa myself, so could you take a look for me and let me know what you think? Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. What do you think, Soto? Yeah, they look... If she'd aged 5 years and grown badly gaunt, I can certainly see how this woman might come to resemble Miss Somikawa. My thoughts exactly. So you agree it's a pretty solid theory? It's certainly worth looking into, yes. But if she really is Mari Minakuchi, then there's something else that concerns me. Something else? Guys, that's literally the same person. Yeah, we said this last time too, before they all put it together. This is just what I've heard. But it seems like the islanders over on Kamishima think this Mari Minakuchi is the cause of the disaster 5 years ago. What? Why would they think that? No idea. But it seems like it's pretty much taken for granted by most of the folks over there. Even just mentioning her name is a sort of taboo. So I was thinking that it wouldn't be odd if she felt she couldn't go back home because of that. Surely not. It seems as good as a reason as any why she wouldn't want to come forward anyway. If she really is related to that storm 5 years ago, she's a point of interest regardless of her connection to the skeletal remains. Perhaps it's worth looking into first. Can I leave the talking to Miss Somikawa to you two then? We'll handle that, yes. So people believe this Mari Minakuchi called forth the Curse of the Raging Waves 5 years ago, do they? I didn't expect the Curse of the Raging Waves to come here of all places. Wait. That's it! I remember now! The sole survivor of Taishima. His surname was Somikawa! There was something else about Somikawa. Oh, a wooden box? Surely that'd be too much of a coincidence. Oh? Well, that's about all I had to report. Thank you, Detective. That was very informative. As for our next move, could we ask you to keep looking into Keippei Ikoma for us? Roger that. We'll see if we can find Somikawa again and hear what she has to say. Unfortunately, it looks like her trip to Kamishima will have to wait until tomorrow. So it seems. Oh, you had business on Kamishima too? That was actually our original reason for coming here, yes. But now we've gotten caught up in all of this other troublesome business, so it looks like we're dealing with it seems like, but now we've gotten caught up in all this other troublesome business, so it looks like dealing with that will have to come first. And here I was hoping to get this over with as soon as possible so I could get back home to my husband. I see, you sure are devoted to your husband. Oh, very much, though I do worry as he never eats properly when I'm not around. Aww. In any case, please do get in touch if you find anything else of note. Even if it's just something out of the ordinary happening, anything could be of help. Sure, will do. Though you're kind of making me worry that something might actually happen now. I'd certainly prefer if it didn't. Anyway, we're counting on you, Detective. I'm waiting to find out he's a mummy, but I'm just paranoid. Aww. Oh my god, he's pissed off. Bad news, ma'am. It seems you were a step too late. What do you mean? It seems someone came and took that Sumikawa woman out to sea just a few minutes ago. What? According to the witness, a foreign man came to the port with Miss Sumikawa in tow. They then boarded a motorboat that was moored out there and headed into the bay. It didn't appear to be by force, so we can probably assume they knew each other. A foreign man? Not sure what's going on, but we should probably get a boat and follow her just in case. Yes, let's see if... Soda? What's wrong? The spiritual force is overwhelming. My body won't move. What's going on? Oh my god. What the hell? A little witch girl. What the fuck? That girl over there. Is she doing this? You can withstand this curse? You really are quite strong, mister. Sorry, but I can't let you go any further. I'll have to ask you to leave. Sorry, I'm in shock. I'm scared. Waytheticos Numa, Guardian Spirit, grant me the wisdom of the Numinous. Oh, hi, Guardian Spirit, light my path ahead. It seems like they've saved the effort of searching. It seems like they've saved us the effort of searching for them. So it seems. Let's see if this girl can tell us what we want to know. Oh my god, he's gonna hurt this little girl. Who are you? I could ask the same of you. What do you want with Miss Sumikawa? So you know who Miss Sumikawa is, do you? Maybe. What's it to you? Ma'am, this girl's spirit sense is extremely potent, but she lacks experience. She seems hesitant to employ curses against people. If I have an opening, I can use my curse of binding to restrain her. Usually it's too risky to use on ordinary people, but that shouldn't apply here. Alright. I certainly wouldn't mind getting some information out of her, so this is as good an opportunity as any. I'll see if I can get her to lower her guard. When she wavers, I'll signal for you to use the curse of binding. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. On your signal. Use Soda's curse of binding to restrain your opponent when they let their guard down. Press the use curse button to signal him to use it. You only have 3 chances to use the curse. We're so fucked. Can we assume the foreign man who took Miss Sumikawa was a friend of yours then? So what if it is? What if he is? Why are you trying to follow him? You certainly have a remarkable strength for your age. Why? It might even be too much for us. What's with the sudden why did I do that? We ain't doing that. Now, there's no need to be so uptight. How about we just stop all of this and talk about it? Not happening. You're just gonna use a curse the moment I drop my focus. Can we assume the form? What do you want with Miss Sumikawa? I could say the same to you. You just want the relic for yourselves, do you? What? You know about the relic? If you know about the relic, I'm afraid we can't let you get away. Get away? I'm the one holding you here. If you know about the relic, then okay. We'd rather not be heavy-handed about this either. Let's calm down and find some other way to resolve this. Sorry, but that won't work on me. I'm at a rebellious age, you see. Oh my god. If you resist anymore, we'll have you taken in for obstruction of public duties. Wait, you're with the police? Despite appearances, yes, defying us could net you with the heavy punishment. Quite the heavy punishment. I see, you must be from Paranormal Affairs. Then I definitely can't do what you say. What? Oh, oops. You have quite the nerve. Quite some nerve standing up to us despite knowing where we're from. Don't think you'll get off lightly for this. Threatening me won't get you anywhere. You can't arrest me in this emergency, right? You're also with Paranormal Affairs, then. Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I suppose this is the trouble with secret departments. Not even their own members recognize each other. What a bother. So we're both from Paranormal Affairs, aren't we? Let's talk. Perhaps there's some way we can help. I told you, I don't know what you're talking about. It's none of your business anyway. But you need the relic yourself, so you're unwilling to cooperate with us, am I correct? If that's what you think. Can you give up already? Even knowing we're from Paranormal Affairs, you kept a straight face and hid your ties. I can tell you're bold and smart. Thanks, I guess. Will you give up now? Alright, I understand where you're coming from. We won't interfere anymore. Soto, you can stop now. Man? Sorry, kiddo. You grown-ups and your dirty tricks! I like his stupid pose. Oh my goodness. You did well to be cautious of us, but I'm afraid this is how grown-ups get things done. Now, will you tell us what you're up to here? Ugh. Well, I suppose I've slowed you down enough. You'll never catch up to the boat now. Flaccus Asteri, guide my path, and with thy merciful hand uphold me. What? She broke the binding. Bye-bye. Confound it. Stop right there. Looks like she's given up the slip. I doubt we'll be able to catch her now. Still, I'm gonna have to have a word with Paranormal Affairs about that girl. Oh my god. Devious adults, Sotokiri and Yumiko. Oh, win a curse battle. That was really good. I put in a call to Paranormal Affairs about our errant young lady just now. Weirdness girl. Yep. I see. I assume she's indeed affiliated with them. Yes, it seems like her name is Circe Lunarlight. She's an exorcist from England who's come here on exchange, part of her spiritual training, as I understand. The Lunarlight family, I see. Number 1, weird. 2, is a girl. She's beating up my standards. Yeah, that's really cute. Oh? Are they well known? I've heard of them, yes. They're a distinguished family of exorcists. Quite an old one, too. It would certainly explain the strength of her spirit sense. Right. In any case, it seems she's in the care of Paranormal Affairs while she's in Japan. Honestly, I do wish they would tell us these things in advance. What is she doing here in the prefecture? Well, it seems even Paranormal Affairs isn't sure what she's up to. They've been looking for her. From the sounds of things, she's been skipping her training assignments to travel around Japan, visiting all spiritual spots instead. It doesn't seem like they're keeping an eye on her at all. Unfortunately not. They asked me to tell her to return to Tokyo at once when we next see her. I see. More work for us then. Yes, they say the things we find ourselves caught up in. She seemed to know about Sumikawa too. I've got a bad feeling about all this. Shall we try looking for her? I imagine she's still in the area. No, not now. If all of that is true, I doubt she'd be looking to cause too much trouble. Besides, I'm sure we'll run into each other again eventually. Well, I think that's enough trouble for one day. Let's call it a day, and we'll head for Kamishima first thing tomorrow. Understood. Okay, yeah. So this is mermaid number 1, desecrated. Mermaid number 2, Sumikawa. Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna go back. I want to do Underwater Gathering again. We're gonna play toys. There's also birds down here, by the way. So I need to find my stickers. New record! Gosh, I don't know. Yay, Diver Rank 6. Oh, there's a fishy. Gosh, I don't know. Everything is so scary. Hooray! This is very relaxing. At least once you get the hang of it. Oh, I didn't know I could talk to him from here. We still have plenty of time left, so feel free to dive as much as you like. You seem pretty confident, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring us. I know you can do anything you put your mind to. I love this kid so much. My best friend. Don't get too greedy. It's dangerous to stay out until you're almost out of air. You still need some air left to make it back to the boat after all. It's important to know when to give up the chase. Try not to just swim straight for the first sea creature you lay his eyes on. You never know when you might go missing. A bigger catch behind you. Keep calm and take a good look around you first. Hey, rank 7 already. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Now all that's left is to dive to your heart's content. Just say the word when you want to head back. I love you, man. My best friend. New thing. Are we gonna die though? Nope, we made it. Thank God. Yay! Hell yeah. Abalone. Rare sea snail known both as a delicacy and extreme difficulty involved in harvesting. It has a long history of being presented to the Ise Shrine as an offering. Hooray! Bird! I knew it. Oops. We're gonna die. I got distracted by the bird. Okay, we made it. Barely. Mockingbird. It was on the seabed. This guy, Booby Bravo. Awesome. You found 5 mockingbirds. You can now access the mockingbird relationship chart from the story chart screen. Really? Oh my god, wait, that's so cute. Oh my god, I can't wait to look at that. We'll do that later. I'm gonna love that. Oh my god, please. Sorry, we're not doing story right now. We're playing video games. We'll go back to it very quickly. Oh my gosh. We're gonna die. I got distracted. I made it. Look at that. A rare delicacy. An Issei lobster. So we got all of the items. No, although harvestable in this game. Oh, the fishing season for Issei lobsters only begins in October. I like that they made a note of that. That's sweet. Are you proud of me? Whoa there! Is that an abalone? That's amazing. You really are the patron saint of diving. Hey, rank 9 already. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Now that's all the list. Okay. Talk about the lobster? No. You came back to the lobster. Our friend the lobster. We are diving. We're going crazy. I drowned again. I haven't drowned this game yet. I've only drowned in the tutorial. Why doesn't he stick his head above the water? Is he stupid? He's not stupid, I mean. And welcome back, Nate. Fuck? Oh, we're not gonna be able to get that. We're not gonna be able- oh, we might actually drown this time. Oh no, we made it. Huh. I'm curious about what that is. Do I have to get it in one go? I don't. We'll get it on our next go, maybe. Curious. Oh, we do have to get it in one go. Well, let's try it. Oh, well, we drowned. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna leave that for now, because I have no idea what that was supposed to do. Oh well. I almost got 1,000 points. We're almost at 900. Gathering needs to go up. Whoa, you're already at rank 10 in the hall. Look at the hall you just brought in. That's amazing. And all that's left is to die to your heart's content. Love you, man. Collect all the sea urchins. Yay! Oh my gosh, a bonus. Oh, I see a question mark. Is it a bird? I hope so. It is. Oh fuck, yes. Mockingbirds, my love. Fast line frigate. We drown. Or not. Oh, we drown. Oh, no. Why did it— okay, that was interesting. I'm glad we didn't. Oh, look at that. We broke 100 or 1,000. I can't speak. The joy of the joy of the dive. Reach a high score of 1,000 points. We are doing something right, it seems. Hey! Sorry that we're going for a whole diving segment this stream. I figure that is probably a good idea to get all of this maxed out or something. You gotta get your money up. He's not making money off this. If anything, Azumi might. This is for mermaid search purposes. You gotta get your fish up, this is true. We do be fishing. Oh! I see. That was scary. We're doing quite well for ourselves. I got greedy. I love him so much. He's such a nice boy. I promise I'm still listening, I'm just doing chores. Don't worry, we're not even doing like lore. Do not worry. No plot right now. Never fear. You are my friend. We are fishing, and I'm making sure I don't ruin my voice forever. We have to do this again tomorrow. What? What? My foot is caught in something. I got caught in a rock? What the fuck? Oh god, that was the scariest thing to ever happen. That's not good, is it? So the evil can grab me down here, I see. What the fuck? That was scary. I don't know. Azumi. Something grabbed my foot, Azumi. I haven't seen a single lobster since then. I wonder if I'm just blind. I want another lobster, please. Do you love me? Give me a lobster if you love me. I don't know if there's any, like, good theories I have to discuss. I have a feeling that Sato is either... like, she just showed up one day, I guess, and is staying with the Wakamuras. But she claims that they're, like, a family friend or something. So, I figure she probably is ocean related, or related to the curse, or one of the curses in particular. Like Curse of the Storm, or maybe she looks like she could be related to Sumikawa. So, I don't know. Oh, oops, I thought I went. I looked down at my chat. Master Diver, reach rank 17. Wait, you're already rank 17? I don't know if my boat's gonna have room for all the seafood. No, that's up to sea dive. Okay, well, let's stop diving here then. We maxed out everything for now. Oh, okay, they have an auto option. Okay, let's just go back to the story chart. Oh, I see. Look at this! Oh my god! Mockingbird relationship chart. Oh my god, they have profiles. Oh, this music is awesome. Okay, this is Booby Bravo, steadfast senior member of the Ocean Outlaws hooligan gang. Accustomed to living in a group, he's quick to step in and smooth things over whenever he hears of a dispute erupting among the gang's ever-growing ranks. Second to none in his loyalty to their leader, he's quick to tell him whenever he finds a promising new feeding ground. Oh my gosh. Tit for tat, the top troublemaker of Blues Brutal Beaks, a gang of delinquents from the Abyss Academy who have recently been wreaking havoc throughout the region. Despite his cute snowball-like appearance, he's both fierce-tempered and ruthlessly territorial, and the force with which he flies at anyone who messes with the gang's turf is more like a bullet than a snowball. The Terminator, the captain of the raid team for the Rebels Roost Delinquent crew. Although the sight of him skimming the water during his daring dives is awe-inspiring in itself, he... oh god. He also commands the respect of the rest of the gang for being the first one to gain the trust of their maverick leader, Dawn Heron. Kiting Killer, the strategist of the Rebels Roost Delinquent crew. He can often be seen circling the skies over their territory, ever on the lookout for intruders. Those unfortunate enough to be spotted by him will find themselves greeted by his signature dive bomb attack and grappling claws. He and Fast Lane Create of the Bamboo Breakers dance team go way back, having fostered mutual respect for each other during the day, each other's prowess during their sea racing days. And this is Fast Lane Create, a die-hard sea racer, most often found speeding across the surface of the ocean. This thrill seeker was originally drawn to the danger of always being a wing beat away from a watery grave. After falling for Maverick Mandy at first sight, he joined the Bamboo Breakers dance team in a complete 180 from his usual ways. In his recent days, he's often seen fumbling his way through unfamiliar dance moves and puffing up his bright red throat sack in an attempt to catch her eye. We don't have her yet, but we have Maverick Manny. Oh my gosh. A member of the Bamboo Breakers dance team. This lucky duck is envied far and wide as the man who stole the heart of Maverick Mandy. The two are now a pair of lovebirds. Anyone with envy, or so he thinks. In reality, the only time they can be called that is during their extravagant dances, and he remains blissfully unaware of her frequent flings, a fact that everyone else on the team has already noticed. But that's true, because wherever she is, she's in love with Tit for Tat. This is so cool, I can't wait. So, there's best buds and love, bad blood, and there's a question mark for the blue ones there. That's awesome. Okay. Start from after underwater gathering. We did discuss this last time. Oh, now we have things. There's more. No, there's more actually. This might be the most important part. Oh, wait. Is this it? No. Where are we gonna... Oh, is it going back immediately, not talking? Does going back immediately change things? Oh, their little boat ride. Cute. Hey Yuza, I took your catch to the market while you were changing. Oh thanks, I appreciate it. It was seriously impressive, that haul. A seriously impressive haul for your first dive. The guys at the market looked like their eyes were gonna pop out. Your status as Kamishima's patron said diving sure isn't just for show. Okay, that's enough of that, and thanks for carting all of that to the market by yourself. Oh. There you are, Azumi. Don't tell me you went out fishing today. Chie. Okay, we have not talked to... Have we talked to Chie? There's no Chie in our profiles, is there? Oh, Chie! How's your back doing? Not going to get any better lodging around at home, that's for sure. More importantly, no one's meant to be taken out of their boats right now because of the storm on the way. Don't tell me you didn't hear. Yeah, but it was more of a warning than a rule. The weather looked fine, so I figured it was okay. You should know better than that, Azumi. You youngins never listen, do you? Veteran Almond diver Chie Toyama. Okay, now we have her. Okay, so this is our new part. Okay. The de facto leader of the Ama divers on Kamishima, she is a highly influential figure on the island. She married into a family on Kamishima shortly after the shortly after the end of the Second World War at the age of 20, and has been working as an Ama diver for close to 40 years, rarely missing the opening day of each diving season. She has displayed a natural talent for diving ever since her days as an apprentice, coming to be known as Chie the Mermaid, for the deft ease in which she moves through the water. In her heyday, she earned more money than her husband, enough to send all three of her sons to university, an achievement that she takes great pride in, and also earned her a considerable amount of authority in her household. Now a grandmother to 7, a back injury has led her to being less active than she used to be, but she still is considered one of the most experienced divers on the island. Her graceful swimming shows no signs of decline, continuing to inspire others even now. Her estimated diver rank is 67. And going out with the Minakuchi boy of all people. Actually, Azumi only took out his boat because I asked him to help out with my work. Wait a dang second. Don't tell me you went out to dive. I did, but why do you ask? Am I not allowed to be an Ama diver? Absolutely not! I won't allow it! What? Why? He's just a member of the association, same as anyone else. As long as he follows the rules, it should be fine, right? Sure, it's rare for guys to become Ama divers, but it's not like it's forbidden or anything. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying he shouldn't be allowed in the sea. It's obscene, is what it is. Everyone agreed to put up with him being on the island for Sui's sake. Now he gets it in his head to go diving of all things. Have you no sense, boy? Oh. Seems like I'll have to have a few words with Sui. You not knowing your place is going to cause everyone trouble. Listen up, Minakuchi boy. You'd better keep your head down and stay put on dry land where you belong. No more diving, you hear? Hey now, don't you think that's going a bit too far? There's no need to lay in to use it like that. Azumi. What? You really don't think anything of all this after what his mother did? Nope, not at all. Yuza hasn't done anything wrong. He was a victim of the disaster too. Maybe more than anyone else. Recently there's been this strange rumbling coming from the sea. The same rumbling as 5 years ago. Everyone's scared of what might be coming. They're bracing themselves for another big disaster. Oh, is that what you meant by the storms? The weather forecast things are gonna stay calm for a bit though. To hell with the weather forecast. Oops. To hell with the weather forecast. I didn't see it was 5 years ago. Anyhow, you see why we've got to stay in the out of the sea's good graces? No doing anything to upset them. Got it? Don't let it get you down, Yuza. Chie isn't a bad person at heart, but the old folks out here are all pretty firm in their beliefs, I guess. Yeah, it's only natural. I was kind of expecting it, to be honest. Still, I didn't think she'd get that mad. Guess they have a bigger chip on their shoulders about this than I thought. It seems like they really think your mom was to blame for the disaster. Yeah. I guess wanting to get to the bottom of things there was one of my reasons for becoming an Alma diver. Yeah, everyone's been avoiding the topic until now, but that can't go on forever. Hey, you two! Oh, it's Kiko. Ah! Kikuko. Yeah, you two over there. Could I get some help with these boxes here? I need to get them to the warehouse. Local Alma diver. Kiko Tsutsui. I need to read her page. A woman born and raised on Kamishima, unmarried. She is known for her friendly, sociable nature and almost sisterly tendency to look after others, both of which make her a familiar face to many on the island. Ever since her school days, Kikuko harbored a strong desire to leave Kamishima and make a life for herself elsewhere. While most of her classmates began working as Alma divers following graduation from middle school, she decided to enroll in a boarding school as a first step for fulfilling this goal, willing to graduate from a junior college in the Aichi prefecture, then finding a job in general admission at the Aichi city. She is really cute. However, because her assigned work consisted of unfamiliar menial tasks like pouring tea and answering calls, she left after only 1 year. She changed jobs repeatedly over the following years but found no further luck in subsequent workplaces. Eventually, recognizing the success as an Alma diver is determined solely by the extent of one's physical prowess and ingenuity, she came back to find the idea of such work appealing and moved back to Kamishima 4 years ago. Despite her late start as an Alma diver, compared to her peers, she leveraged her high athletic ability, a talent which even saw her star in the national athletic meet during her school days, and her innate knack of analytical thinking and research she consistently churned out good results. And she has since earned the respect of even the veteran Alma divers on the island. Her estimated diver rank is 41. Kikuka has scant luck with men, having been introduced to several partners only to be turned down by all of them. Her parents, anxious for her future, worry that the large birthmark on her face is to blame, but Kikuko herself remains unfazed, citing her lack of interest in marriage as the primary cause, something which has caused them no end of concern. Although she endeavored to hide her birthmark with makeup at school and during her time as an office worker, she has since embraced it, proudly proclaiming it to be her symbol. Good. She's really cute. She doesn't need a man. Get a wife. Truly. Thanks. I knew I could rely on you youngins to help out. Youngins? You're a youngin too, Kikuko. Kikuko. My brain just can't read. Ah, how kind. Pretty sure you're the ones who'd say that, though. I was told out of nowhere to make sure anything valuable stowed away just in case the storm hits. What a pain. So you're getting ready for the storm, too? Yep. Pretty silly when the weather's this good, huh? It's not like I could say no, though. Speaking of pains, I overheard Chie giving you an earful just now. Are you seriously planning on becoming an Alma diver, Yuza? Well, that was the plan, but it's looking like I might be forced into retirement before I even begin. Why now? Didn't you come back here to look after Suya? Yes, but I still had to work, and I've always been interested in Alma diving. Graham was also pretty down about no longer being able to dive, so I thought I might cheer her up a bit. Ah, so you want to follow in Suyu's footsteps. Still, you must have noticed that everyone was on edge just at the thought of you coming back here. If they hear you've been diving, there'll likely be a bit of an uproar. Are they really that set against Yuza going into the sea? I never heard anyone say anything like that. Well, they don't say it where you can hear it. Everyone loves you here, and they know you're close with Yuza. They probably feel it can't be that tough on him when you're around, with you around. What was that? Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. I can't deny there's been this creepy rumbling coming from the sea recently, though. It's no wonder everyone's unnerved. If some sort of disaster does end up happening again and Yuza gets caught doing something he wasn't meant to, that'll probably be it for him. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Do people seriously believe Yuza's mom caused that storm? Everyone suffered because of it, even Yuza's family. It's so stupid. Hey, honestly, I honestly think it's stupid too. But the truth is, there are a bunch of people who believe it, so making a fuss about it isn't going to get you anywhere, right? Besides, even if the storm doesn't come in the end, a different kind of storm may already be brewing. A different kind of storm? Well, you shouldn't have any trouble if you keep your head down. Just be good and do what you're told, and no one will get on your case, yeah? Give me a break! Why has he gotta keep his head down here? He was born and raised on Kamishima just like everyone else. Hey, getting mad at me won't change anything. If it disappoints you that much, why don't you leave? Leaving a place like this behind might be for the best, don't you think? Maybe, but I can't just ask my gran to move somewhere else at her age. Then you'll just have to put up with it. If you want to blame anyone, blame your mom. Did his mom even do anything 5 years ago? No one wants to tell us anything. No idea. I only came back here after the disaster, so I don't know what happened at the time. Mr. Wakamura always seems like he knows more than he lets on, though. Now that I think about it, why don't you just ask Suyu what she knows? Suyu? I've already asked Gran about it countless times. She says she doesn't know anything. And you don't think that's a bit suspicious? If anyone knows something, it'd be her, right? You might be right. She is pretty hard to read. I wouldn't be able to tell if she was hiding something anyway. Anyway, I do feel bad for you, but you just gotta grin and bear it, for everyone's sake, eh? Thanks for the help, you two. Try to stay out of trouble, okay? Kikuko seemed like she didn't know anything, huh? You people are so cool. Why are you being so lame? Yeah, it's so sad. Folks are way more on edge than I thought. Yeah, I got the sense that I'm not exactly welcome here ever since I came back. But I didn't think trying to make a living here would lead to that much backlash. I didn't realize everyone disliked my mom quite that much, or that they were so suspicious of her. It seems like the timing wasn't great either. Everyone's wound up about these ill omens that are happening right now. Still, I'm sure now that my mom must have had some sort of secret, and I'm almost certain it had to do with what we've been looking into. If everyone hears that I went diving today, it might prompt people to start talking about what happened 5 years ago. True. If there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. I think we should see what Old Man Wakamura and Suyu have to say about all this too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Okay, yay! Now we're good. Oh wow. Oh, they fixed the timeline. Cool. Okay, so we got exploring to do. We're about 2 hours in, so we'll just throw an ad break up. I'm gonna get up and stretch or something. Yes, we will be right back. Okay, we should be back. If we're not, let me know. I think we're okay, alright. It's been 3 minutes. Yay, wonderful curse, okay. The residents of Kamishima are extremely against Yuza becoming an Amadiver. Yuza believes that the hidden secret behind his deceased mother, Mari Minakuchi, is the reason for this, and that it is also the key to finding the mermaid, so he begins a full-scale search. Woohoo! Yay! Yippee! True, if there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. I think we should see what Old Man Wakamura and see what you have to say all about this too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Okay, we're at the jetty. I don't know where we should start. Oh, we know where Grandpa, or Grandma. Let's save so we don't screw up. I want to check out other places first. Seems like there's a bit of commotion over there. Maybe they know something about the rumors. Want me to go ask? That'd be great. Thanks. Hey, what's up? Did something happen? Oh, if it isn't Azumi. I don't know if you've heard, but 15 minutes later. Welcome back. Man, once they get started, they never stop talking. Anyway, nothing about your mom, I'm afraid, but they did have some interesting things to say. Interesting things. Do you want the normal news first or the worrying news? How about the normal news? So we've got a bunch of tourists visiting right now, as usual. But what's really got people talking is that there's 2 foreigners among them today. Oh, really? I heard the Issei Grand Shrines has a lot of foreign visitors, but it's unusual for them to come out to outlying islands like this. What's more, it seems they've been going around asking a bunch of questions. And get this. Apparently they said they've come here looking for mermaids. Mermaids? Curious, right? Yeah, right when we were looking into them too. And that's not all. For some reason, they were asking about your mom, Mari Minakuchi, too. What? But what would foreign visitors be asking about my mom? But why would foreign visitors be asking about my mom? We have to get dirt on this old woman and lay on her for down. Seems like people think they're pretty shady. I was told not to go near them and everything. No, I definitely want to hear what they have to say. I wonder where they are now. They're probably still in Kamishima, at least. Though the question is where. I guess if we see 2 Westerners around, we'll know where they are, eh? Apparently they're an older man and a young girl. Okay, so it's Cersei, Lunar Light, and somebody else. Yeah, I'm sure we'll know when we see them. I hope we manage to find them. Let's hear the worrying news. Okay then. There are reports that 2 Amadivers have gone missing. Apparently both cases were around Ijiko town on the mainland. Oh, were they diving accidents or something? I guess so. It seems they're still under investigation though. The sea hasn't been that rough lately. But I guess it is a dangerous job, so you never know what might happen. Still, 2 Amadivers going missing one after another is pretty unusual, so it does make you wonder. It wasn't that long ago, there was still all the talk of human bones being found in the sea near Tobo, you know? I remember that, yeah. Isn't that also near Ishika? Maybe this is why Chie was not going on about bad omens. Yeah, it's definitely worrying news. Okay, it looks like that's all the info we're going to get around here. Let's try going somewhere else. Town clock. And then we'll hit Tori, and then Wakamura, then we'll see Grandma. Oh shit! Well, if it isn't Shotaro. Hey there, you 2. Just the men I wanted to see. You wouldn't happen to have seen Sato around, would you? Sato? No, I haven't seen her today. She was supposed to meet with me here earlier, but she never showed. She didn't show. Did something happen? Oh, I'm sure it was just because of my old man's ridiculous requests earlier. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. Still, he really has been acting off lately. I can't believe he'd say something like that. Is something wrong? Oh, pardon me, it's nothing for you two to worry about. By the way, Yuza, heard you become an Ama diver. Yes, but I was told to stop, so I'm currently on an extended, if not permanent leave. Don't let it get to you. I, for one, think you should go for it. I imagine everyone's been using your mother as an excuse, saying she brought bad luck to the island or some such. Wow, that's exactly it. Do you know why everyone's been saying Yuza's mom was a bad omen, Shotaro? Ah, yes. What was it again? Something about her being in a Raging Waves curse bearer? The what? Raging Waves? The Raging Waves curse bearer. Raging Waves is, well, it's exactly what you think it means. It means, and the curse bearer has the power to call forth the calamity of the sea. My old man was going on about it earlier, but it's probably just superstitious nonsense. Don't pay it any mind. But I really should get going. Let me know if you see Sato, okay? See you later. Okay, see, I can't trust him. He can't be that good of a guy. Surely. He's friends with Yutaro. There's no way he's that good of a guy. If you're friends with that freak. I'm scared. He hasn't, like, done anything wrong yet. He might be humoring a teenager's crush on him, but I guess there are literally worse things that he could have done, given that Yutaro literally hit a girl with a car. Ugh, man, okay. Man, I'm worried about it. He is... Everybody seems to really like him, so he's upstanding at least on the surface. The way he acts just rubs me wrong. Yeah. Watch him be, like, actually a genuine guy or something. That would be really funny. Like, that's just how he is. Oh, man. Okay. I'm pretty curious about what Shotaro said. Yeah, the Raging Waves curse bearer, huh? Did people really see my mom that way? Maybe we should ask Mr. Wakamura what he knows. It's worth a shot at least. Anyway, let's keep moving. Oh, it's the girls! Huh? Ah! Oh, she's crying! No! Tsukasa Sato, what's going on? Well, I'm sorry, I can't explain right now. Tsukasa, come on, we're dealing too much tension here. Okay, maybe he rejected her, which is probably the best case scenario. What was that all about? Something was definitely up with them. Yeah, they practically ran off when they saw us. Tsukasa was crying. What the hell could have happened? I'm worried too, but Sato said she can't explain right now, so I'm sure that means they'll tell us what's up later. True, we shouldn't grill them if they're not ready to talk about it. Still, I get the feeling probably shouldn't tell Shotaro we saw Sato here. Yeah, let's keep this to ourselves until we learn a bit more. Alright, well, let's go back to the Wakamura residence. I don't know. Shotaro did say something about his dad, yeah. You two again? What are you doing here? Ah, Chie here too. We're chatting about something important right now. Scram. Guess we've got no choice but to come back later, huh? Okay. Let's see Gran. Hi, Grandma. Oh, she's so cute. Welcome back, Yuza. Oh, and Yasumi's here too. Thanks for having me. You two went out diving today, didn't you? How'd it go? You get a decent haul? Gran, about that. I was all set to enjoy the next stage of my life as an Ama diver, but I found myself on forced leave the very day of my grand debut. Goodness, did something happen? Oh my, Chie and the others said all that. Yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't pay them any mind. You're not breaking any rules, are you? You sure it's okay? No point in fretting over pointless details is what I always say. Grandmother, see Minakuchi. Grandma! Yuza Minakuchi's paternal grandmother, and a former Ama diver. Born in the Taisho period, she has a relaxed and broad-minded nature, but her tendency not to concern herself with the finer details often makes those around her uneasy. Although now retired due to health issues, she was one of the best Ama divers on Kamishima, especially in her younger days, during which she had a fierce rivalry with Chie Tomiya, also known as Chie the Mermaid. Later years saw them reconcile, and they could often be seen talking and laughing together at the diver's hut while grilling their catches. She lost her husband in the war when her son, Tosuke Minakuchi, was 3 years old. Okay. Oh. Let's talk about her condition. Sorry I had to leave early today to go diving, Gran. Was everything okay? How are you feeling? Well, I didn't have much pep in my step today, but I was fine because Sato came over this morning. She really is a saint, always helping me out with the cooking and cleaning and like that. Again? Gran, I know you're fond of her, but you shouldn't rely on her too much. We were grinding. We did so much grinding, Grandma. I didn't know Sato was coming over to help out here. Yeah, she and Gran became friends recently, and before I knew it, she was coming over every so often. Sato is such a nice young lady. She even chats with me about all the latest TV drama developments. She is a bit naive in some ways, but she's a quick learner, remembers everything I tell her almost instantly. Huh, I had no idea. I said she could relax here a while, but she left early today. I'm glad you're having fun, but make sure to thank her properly sometime, alright? Of course, of course. I'm always happy to help, you know. There's no need to depend on others so much. I know, but someone has to help me get things done. I'd rather it was a lovely girl. You know? Besides, she does so much better job at cooking and cleaning than you do, Yuza. See, I do my best to be a good grandson, and this is the thanks I get. She's so funny. I love her. Do you have any diving advice for me, Gran? Advice, eh? Let me see. If you're looking to get a higher score in a single dive, you should focus on gathering everything you can, even the small fry. Getting 10 or 15 will earn you a bonus to your final score. If you manage to nab a big catch, switching your focus, bringing in as many small creatures catches as net you a good result. I see. That'll be a great help. Diving tips. Awesome. Thank you, Grandma. You wouldn't happen to have any other diving tips for me, would you? Well, now, bold as brass, aren't we? But I'm glad you're keen to learn. Let me see. Sometimes you come across areas when diving that are simply brimming with sea creatures. I call them bountiful zones. Bountiful zones, huh? I'd love to see one. On the other hand, areas with lots of starfish are usually pricked clean with no sea creatures to speak of. I call those places barren zones. We are on the Ama Diver grind set, baby. So the more starfish the area, the less creatures there'll be. Got it. A whopper of a catch could always be hiding in the barren zone, of course. Always keep an eye on your surroundings. I must have underestimated just how deep the tensions ran. I never imagined it'd still be hostile towards her. I thought things would have calmed down by now for sure. I'm sorry, Yuza. It's okay, Gran. Not being allowed to dive isn't the end of the world or anything. But are you sure there isn't a reason no one wants to talk about Mom? Well, no reason I can think of. I'd like to get to the bottom of things there if possible. It's going to affect my life here if I don't. And I'd like to clear Mom's name too. If you don't mind me saying, It does seem pretty weird that people would be this upset by Yuza just coming back to Kamishima. You sure there's not some particular reason they don't like the thought of him going out diving? Well, no reason I can think of. The exact same answer as before. She's determined to pretend she doesn't know. Brianna, I know you've always been reluctant to talk about Mom, but I'm not a child anymore. Isn't it about time you told me the truth? May has an image on her media thread on Blue Sky that is of a Fire Emblem character saying, "We're catching big fishes," and for some reason it makes me smile. I can't stop saying it. That's really good, I like that. We gotta, that's gonna be our stream title tomorrow, "We're catching big fishes." So, how did your dive out in the bay go? The dive went perfectly. You may know me only as your grandson Yuza, but in truth I'm a living legend, Kamishima's patron saint of diving. Well now, that does sound impressive. I was going to leave it at that, but you're serious, aren't you? You've improved by leaps and bounds since I last saw you. Why, if I were to put it in numbers, you'd be rank 17. Wow, you can tell all that just by looking at me? Your grand's been around the Alma diving block, you know. There's nothing more I can teach you. You'll make a fine Alma diver, Yuza. Thanks, Gran. I'll do you proud as your successor. But I've been forbidden from diving for now, so it seems my life as an Alma diver will just have to wait. No need to fret. I'm sure that'll sort itself out in time. I don't know about that. Your grandma's the same as ever, huh? Whatever the case, I'm happy you've chosen to follow in my footsteps, Yuza. Good thing I thought to keep Mari's outfit, huh? Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about being able to fit in my mom's clothes at this age. You never did any get taller after middle school, did you? Damn! Has my constant diet of fresh seafood meant nothing? It's nothing you need to worry about, Yuza. It doesn't make you any less charming. Aww. Oh, they love each other. You really can't think of any reason why everyone has such a problem with Mom? Well, alright, I'll be honest with you. Mari wasn't actually human. Huh? You mean we were right? Are you for real? Wait, don't tell me you believe that. Can't you boys take a joke? I was obviously kidding! Did all the seawater pickle your common sense? Wait, you were joking? Of course I was. I thought I'd mess around a bit and see if I could get a rise out of you, but you sure turned the tables on me! Turning a pranker out on me like that. I have nothing more to teach you, young Yuza. Oh, and here I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. It's no good. She's set on giving us a slip. We're not gonna get anything more out of her like this. Maybe she'd be more willing to talk if we had more information. You may have heard me say this before, but Mari found it difficult to fit in here on the island. The environment she'd grown up in was quite different, you see. She struggled to adapt to life in a small community. No other reason I can think of for the beef the others had with her. We're going out again for a bit, Gran. Got it. You two take care, okay? Alright, back to Wakamura. Ah, Old Man Wakamura, you mind if we ask you something real quick? It's just one thing after another day. What now? Azumi and the Minakuchi boy. I heard from Chie you two went out to the bay to do some diving earlier. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you and there's no time like the present. Okay. So, boy, are you serious about wanting to become an Alma diver? Huh? I thought at first you'd come up here to get my permission to dive. But now I hear you've been running around looking into Mari Minakuchi. What's the meaning of this? No, it's not like that. I really do just want to become an Alma diver. Foul likely story. I bet you're looking into clearing your mom's name just to get everyone off your back. Am I wrong? Anyway, my point is, no more sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. Got it? And most of all, no becoming an Alma diver. Local magnet. Shinobu Bakamura. So, if I give up on becoming an almond diver and fall in line, will you tell me about my mom? All this sniffing around you're doing sure ain't falling in line, that's for sure. Besides, you should be asking Tsuyu all about this business, not me. She's gotta know more than I do. Oh? So Tsuyu really does know more than she's letting on. Gran says she doesn't know anything about my mom, though. Huh. So even she even said that to you. What do you mean? Well, I don't know that much myself. Tsuyu's always been tight-lipped about Mari Minakuchi, where she came from, what her deal was. So you've been saying Yusuf's mom was to blame for that massive storm, even though you don't know for sure? So you ain't said nothing to deny it. Speaks for itself, don't it? If you don't like what you're hearing, you should go ask Tsuyu about it yourselves. Mr. Wakamura, what is the Raging Waves Curse Bearer? What? Where did you hear about that? That's gotta be Shotaro. Boy can never keep his mouth shut. We heard it's some sort of curse that whips waves into a frenzy. Does something like that really exist? It does! The Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago was caused by that very same curse. The curse of the raging waves? And your mother, Mari Minakuchi, was the one who brought it down on us. The storm was no natural disaster, it was entirely preventable. If we'd only stopped her from going to that bay that day, Kamishima wouldn't have had to suffer a tragedy. What? My mom would have never done something like that. Just because you don't remember doesn't mean she wasn't up to something out there. And as to whether it was intentional or not, who could say, but it don't make a difference either way. I don't get how you can easily say Miss Mari was a curse bearer or whatever you didn't know anything about, or whatever if you didn't know anything about her. Do you have any proof? Proof? I've got the words of a trustworthy sorcerer backing me up. That's all the proof I need. A sorcerer? You're basing all this on what some woo-woo wizard said? Give me a break! You can believe what you like. Don't change the fact that curses and spirits are real as anything else. Well, that's true, but I don't trust the sorcerer until I meet them. I don't have time to butt heads with you two, but what I'm saying is the honest truth. Look, there's no point in trying to change his mind. Oh, whoops. It looks like there's no point in trying to change his mind. Old man's as stubborn as a mule. So you really think there's a storm coming, and that storm is caused by a curse? Of course I do. Some fellows who said they were with the police dropped by to warn me about it yesterday, in fact. The police? Why would the police be warning you about a curse? Yeah, I reckon they were just phonies trying to take advantage of the curse for their own benefit. But even you two must have noticed that rumbling coming from the sea over the last few days, right? That's the proof the curse of the Raging Waves is getting stronger. So that's why you've been telling everyone to stop taking their boats out and prepare for a storm? Sure is. Sure is, naturally. I can't just come out and say it's cause of a curse. There's no telling when or where it'll rear its head. It's too dangerous to go out in the water under these circumstances. Even so, we'll have to take our boats out again eventually. We can't keep out off the sea forever. You're damn tootin', which is why I gotta find a way to stop this curse as soon as possible. Why would a curse be affecting the sea around here, though? Seems like you two still don't believe me. Fine. Let's see if this will change your minds. A long time back, there used to be another island out to the south of here. Taishima, it was called. Taishima? This is the first I've heard of it. They say it was devastated by an earthquake and a tsunami nearly 400 years ago. But the truth of the matter is that raiders overran the island and slaughtered every last one of the people who lived there. The murdered islanders' resentment gave rise to the curse of the Raging Waves. In the resulting storm and tsunami sank the island to the bottom of the sea, raiders and all. Is that true? That curse is still roiling about the seas near here to this very day. Just one little push, and that next storm could come barreling down Kamishima next. A push? Something that would awaken islanders' anger again, such as someone with ties to those raiders, say a descendant of theirs, drawn near to where Taishima was. A descendant? Wait, You're saying my mom was a descendant of the raiders who attacked Taishima? Sure I am, and as your son, you share her blood. But how could that... Only natural, everyone would see you as a bad omen, no? I really didn't want you back on the island, you know. You should be grateful I didn't have you shipped back to the mainland on the next ferry. You're telling me that's how everyone's seen Yuzo and his folks all this time? It's fine, Azumi. Let's hear the rest of what he has to say. Magic does exist, but like, come on. We do know that, as per... Yumiko said that there was one survivor named Somikawa, and yeah. So that was presumably a great-grandfather of our Somikawa, but who knows? Are you saying the reason the Curse of the Raging Waves reawakened because the reason the Curse of the Raging Waves reawakened is because I came back to Kamishima? Nah, there were signs even before you came back, so the direct cause was probably something else. That still don't change the fact that you're a bad omen, though. How are you even planning to stop the curse? That ain't none of your concern. You just sit tight at home and stay out of my way. And I don't want to hear any more about you going out to sea. Are we clear? And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Should be clear now how much of a danger you are to the island. So now get yourselves home and stay put. Seems like that's all we're all gonna get out of him. All we're gonna get out of him. But maybe we could ask Suyu about what we just heard. She might be able to tell us more. Yeah. What if let's hit every other little area first again. Make sure we're not missing anything. No one's here. Let's hit the jetty again. Looks like Kikoko's back. Kuko. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Okay, we're gonna talk to her again. What now? I've had my fill of shady rumors for the day, okay? If you want to talk, let's talk about something fun instead. Something fun. Got any ideas, Yuza? Well, how about this? She's gonna kill us. Did you go diving today as well, Kikoko? Oh, you mean that whole thing about how we're supposed to stay out of the sea? No one I know was paying attention to that. I took the boat out into the bay from the northern shore, but I didn't end up with much to show for it. The North Sea, huh? Did anyone go with you? No, I went by myself. Why do you ask? No particular reason. Just taking notes for later. I see. You're really serious about becoming a Nama diver, huh? Let's just talk about ghosts and shit. She'll love that. It'd be a real shame if you couldn't become one with that enthusiasm. I'd like to help, but the timing's really not the best right now. It's okay. Any information you can give me is help enough. Sorry, I'll help out when things have died down, okay? By the way, Yuza, how much practice did you manage to get in today? Enough to be able to do most things comfortably, I think. For sure. I can tell you've improved a lot just by the way you carry yourselves. You must have been a real talent for diving if you're only able to improve that much just in one day. Wow, it is pretty impressive. You can tell all that just by looking at him. Hey, I thought of a way I could show my support. If you managed to get a high score of 2,000 points in one diving session, I'll give you a special prize. Oh, wasn't that great, Yuza? What was your highest score again today? Let's see. I think it was Ah, 1,890 points. Ooh, I'm afraid you weren't quite up to snuff. Too bad. I brought shame to my name of the patron saint of diving. Crap. Once you become a proper Alma diver, I'll tell you all the good diving spots I'll know. By the way, have you seen those 2 foreign tourists that we're supposed to be visiting today? Wait a sec. Foreign tourists here? Today? No way! What did they look like? Did they have blonde hair? Were they cool? I'm not sure. We don't know too much about that. She's so funny. Guess that means you haven't seen them either, though. She's so cute. Yeah, I guess I didn't come this way. Hey now! You two better not be thinking about following around the 2 guap. You don't want them to think we're all unsophisticated louts out here, do you? Weren't you just asking whether they were cool or not? I don't know what you're talking about. But if you see them, you'll come here and tell me, right? Right? Okay, we will. She's so funny. Man, I sure hope I run into those foreigners before they leave. She's not even trying to hide what she really thinks anymore. She's so funny. Do you have any tips that might help when diving? Hey, now that's basically asking me to give away my company secrets for free. Oh no, I didn't mean anything like that. Just the basics would be really helpful. The basics, huh? How about this then? Sometimes your foot can get caught in rocks while you're swimming, so you should always stay aware of your surroundings. That did happen to me, and that was really scary. So being too focused on your catch can get you into trouble. That makes sense. If you swim hard enough, you should be able to free yourself. Don't panic too much if it happens, okay? Thanks, I'll be careful. If I'm ever allowed to go diving again, that is. That's all I got for now. If you want more tips, just ask Tsuyu. Try asking Tsuyu. How about those boxes we helped you with? Was that the delivery everyone was expecting? Yep, the latest Kamishima merch, hot off the presses. I thought so. What do we have this time? You wanna know? I bet Asabi's keen to find out. He's always wearing that t-shirt. Sure am. We gotta show off the world how much I love Kamishima. Tourists seem to love that shirt too. You wearing it all the time should make for great advertising. Anyway, the latest addition to our souvenir lineup is this. What is that? A hand mirror? Bingo! A specially made mirror with a Kamishimaru design on the back. It's really cute. I want one. It looks great. Why did you go with another hand mirror though? Well, mirrors are a pretty prominent symbol of protection for sailors. Comes from a hope that the sea will be as smooth as glass, I guess. Gosh, there are even regions where mirrors are used as offerings to the sea god. Oh, that's cool. With all these people living on an island surrounded by the sea, I can see why mirrors are seen as symbols of good fortune here. It's small enough to fit in your pocket too. It's both cute and practical. Wow, you really thought of everything, huh? I've actually been handing these out to Alma divers around the island since yesterday. I told them it was a charm they could hang on to for good luck. Oh, so everyone has one? That's kinda nice. Another way to bring us all together. You're an Alma diver too now, right, Yuza? Why don't you take one? But I... Oh, right. I don't know if it's okay to count you as a diver given what happened earlier. Like it really matters, we've got plenty, so you should take one too. Thanks. Sorry for the trouble. That's sweet. It's no big deal. I don't want you to feel left out or anything. Guess that means Azami's getting one as well. Here you go. Wow, really? I'm always down for more Kamishimaru merch. Sure thing, just keep it safe and sound in your pocket. Maybe it'll keep you safe too. Everyone else was really happy to get theirs too. Even your grandma seemed to like it. Yuza said she'd be sure to use it from now on. Really? I'm glad to hear it. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering for a while. Yeah? Were you the one that came up with the idea for Kamishimaru Kikuko? Nope, can't take credit for that one. Oh right, I forgot you didn't know Yuza. Oh what? At one point, the local youth organization was trying to come up with souvenir ideas for tourists. Tsukasa stepped up and suggested creating a new mascot character for Kamishima. She even drew the design for it. Mascot characters are all the rage nowadays, you know? They even have mascots for the World Expo and the Japan Games. Oh, I see. So Tsukasa drew this. That's so cute. The logo is really cute. I love Tsukasa so much. I only heard about her after the fact too. Didn't know she was so good at drawing. And it's not just a cute little turtle. The unique look on its face makes a big impression. Yeah, the old guys here didn't seem too sure about it at first though. But thanks to Azumi's fervent endorsement, it ended up making the cut. I just didn't want Tsukasa's design to go to waste, you know? She put a lot of effort into it. I think it's a great mascot too, for what it's worth. How interesting. I'm glad I asked. Mascot character created especially for Kamishima as a part of the local youth organization's efforts to boost the island's economy and strengthen the community. The design selected for the project was envisioned by Tsukasa Awa, a local high school student. A symbol of Kamishima, it can be seen on a wide variety of merchandise sold in shops on the island, including keychains, flags, and hand towels. A surprising number of tourists have found themselves charmed by the turtle character's peculiar sleepy expression, enough so that merchandise is often in short supply. Aww. There's a bunch of Kamishima rich now. Keychains, sub pads, you name it. If you want any, just let me know. Have you heard about those two Alma divers from the mainland who went missing? Of course I have. They evidently disappeared one right after the other. Guess it's just a reminder of just how dangerous the sea can be. Hearing news like this is always pretty sobering. Do you think they were just accidents? Well, some of the other divers think it's a sign that something bad's gonna happen. But you should probably just keep quiet about this, Yusa. If you start bringing it up, people will get suspicious. That's probably true, yeah. Personally, though, I think they were just probably unfortunate accidents. I hope they are both found safe and sound. Have you ever heard of the Curse of the Raging Waves? Nope, never heard of it. What is it? Well, we went to talk to Mr. Wakamura just now. Wait, so you mean the disaster 5 years ago was caused by some curse? And that same curse is going to cause the same thing to happen again? So it seems. The hell's he on about? Trying to pass things off as some occult tripe? Don't tell me you two believe that rubbish. Well, it did seem pretty believable. Oh please, he's obviously feeding you a load of nonsense. I don't know if you two are aware, but there are rumors the old man's been really into this shady sorcerer recently. A sorcerer? Yeah, some sort of miracle worker over in Tokyo or something. Apparently he'll do anything they say. Apparently that's why he's going on about the curses and stuff. Shotaro did say he's been behaving oddly recently. If Shotaro thinks so, then that's gotta be it. So it's just a hoax. You shouldn't pay any mind to that hogwash. Besides, don't let it bother you that he's trying to pin the disaster on some sort of crazy— Doesn't it bother you that he's trying to pin the disaster on some sort of crazy curse? Well, that's it. Oh, was that all? I'll be getting back to work then. I love her, she's so cute. Let's do town clock, Chuba Street, and back to Grandma. Oh, it's Chie. Ah, Chie. You two again? Still wandering around poking your noses into business you shouldn't be? How's about you stop messing around and just give up already? Nothing you do is gonna make me change my mind. I'm saying this for your sake as much as anyone else's. Minakuchi boy, try to understand my position, eh? For my sake. You managed to survive that disaster 5 years ago. Some would call it a miracle, even. It wouldn't do to see that miracle go to waste, would it? Maybe I flew up the handle a bit earlier. Ended up coming off a bit stronger than I meant to. I can't tell you anything about your mother, but believe me when I say it's best you let sleeping dogs lie. I said it before, and I'll say it again. No diving. My stance hasn't changed a bit. You hear me? Damn, guess that's that. By the way, where'd you go diving today? Well, Yuza wanted a particular spot, so we went 5 kilometers south of the island. Say what? What were you thinking diving in the Southern Sea of all places? You've got even less sense than I thought. You know full well that everyone avoids that area because of the disaster 5 years ago. Yeah, I know. But Asami and I both lost family in the disaster too. We wanted to take the chance to pay our respects. Well, I can't say I don't get how you feel. That strange rumbling I told you about was coming from the south. Just do me a favor and stay away from the sea, alright? Alright. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Have you seen the 2 foreign tourists coming by here at all? Sure did. Saw them just now, actually. What? Do you know where they went? Looks like they were heading to the lighthouse from what I could tell. The lighthouse, huh? Gotcha. Kamishima Lighthouse. The lighthouse on the eastern side of Kamishima. The narrow passage between Cape Irigo and Kamishima has long been known difficult to navigate, particularly at night, so much so that it has been featured alongside the whirlpools of Awa in the Ondo no Seto Strait and sailor songs about the most feared waterways. Following its construction in the Meiji area, spurred by reports of warships striking reefs in the area, the lighthouse has continued to stand watch over the waters of the island, ensuring safe passage to all who travel them. Don't go following them around just because we don't see many foreign folks around in these parts, you hear? Chie, we heard that 2 Alma divers from the mainland went missing in some sort of accident. You heard right. Do you think that's a bad omen as well? I do. I'm well aware just how dangerous the sea can be, but 2 divers getting caught up in accidents and going missing one after another... That tells me something tells me there's something off with the sea itself. Something's going on in the sea around these parts, mark my words. Is this about how Yuza's mom caused the curse? The curse of the raging waves or whatever? So you already know. Heard all about it from Shinobu, I wager. Do you believe in the curse, Mrs. Chie? Of course I do. At the very least, I know it's not some old wives' tale. I'm not saying you have to believe it too, though. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to talk bad about the woman or anything, but there was obviously something up with Mari Minakuchi 5 years back. She always seemed anxious and on edge, and then the disaster struck. Might just be that I'm reading too much into it, but I can't shake these doubts of mine either. We all done here? You two should leave dealing with the island matters to Shinobu from now on. Keep your head down and stay out of trouble, you hear? Yeah. Well, that was something. She isn't a bad person at heart, but she sure is stubborn. Yeah. We got the lighthouse now, though. Let's hit Chuo Street, then we'll see Grandma, and then we'll go to the lighthouse. I don't think we're getting much money for here. Okay. Okay. Back to Grandma. Oh? Was there something else you needed to use up? By the way, Gran, we went to talk to Mr. Wakamura, and there's something we wanted to ask you about. What was that? My hearing's been a bit off recently, you see. Please don't say that. A lot of Alma divers have ear problems, so it's not really a laughing matter. Someone has no sense of humor. So, did you know that everyone thought Mom was the Raging Waves curse bearer? Oh. I'm impressed that you managed to say that without stuttering. So you have heard of it before. Oh, drat me and my big mouth. He said Mom was descended from the ones who first called forth the curse or something like that. And that's why everyone is so concerned with what I get up to. Is it true, though? Well, if you know that much, I suppose I can tell you you two the truth. But you just rest up a bit. I'll be up and around again in no time. I want the 2 of you to come by the Southern Bay later once the sun has gone down. Right, thanks, Gran. You can't tell us about it now? I think it'd be easier to show you what I mean. Okay, we'll be at the bay at sundown, but if you're not feeling up to it, don't push yourself, okay? Is Grandma gonna die? No need to rush now, I'll tell you everything later. You want to prepare yourself for this one. Okay. We're going out again for a bit, Gran. Got it. You two take care, okay? Back to the lighthouse now. Let's go see those foreigners! Oh, looks like we found them. That looks like them, alright. Excuse me? You rang? Do my eyes deceive me? Could these young islanders have come all the way out here to talk to us? Welcome, welcome to Kamishima Lighthouse. There's not much here, but please make yourself at home. White boy spotted, and Cersei. Thanks for having us. Why is he the one welcoming us? It's because most people have been avoiding him. He's excited someone finally wants to talk. Oh. Anyway, we were wondering if you two could spare a moment to talk. Wait, before you do, shall we play a game? I want to guess why you've come to talk to us. May I? Sure. It's probably safe to assume you know we've been making rounds here asking questions. Indeed, it was most likely hearing such news that implied you to climb all the way up here to meet us, which means... I've got it! We've done almost certainly to offend the good people of this island, committed some manner of ill-mannered faux pas. You must have come all the way to tell us that the lighthouse is off limits to everyone except authorized personnel. Actually, no. I love this guy. Ah, the bitter taste of failure, and thus does my stint as an aspiring detective end in ignominy. Ignominy. Whatever. I'd say that whole show was kind of a social faux pas, at least. Don't worry, he's always like this. He'll bounce back in no time. I see, he must be pretty resilient. Since you didn't guess right, do you mind if I continue? Oh-ho! Asking my permission, are we? Well then, by all means, permission granted. Thank you, yes, my name is Arnav Barnum. You can call me Avi as a sign of our newfound friendship, and also because I like it better. Alright! Arnav Barnum. Avi. Okay then, Avi. Ah, such a pleasant ring to it. What can I do for you, young man? Would this girl be your daughter? Not quite. Miss Cersei Lunarlight here is a distant relative of mine. Yes, Miss Cersei Lunarlight would be me. Nice to meet you. I'm Yuza Minakichi, a resident of Kamishima, and this is Azumi Kumoi. Nice to meet you. Yuza and Azumi, eh? The pleasure is mine. Wait. Wait. Minakuchi? Oh-ho! So we piqued your interest, have we? I'm a fantasy writer by trade, with reach spanning the Atlantic from Bonnie, England to vast America. Not that any of his books sell at all. That's right! For some reason no one buys my novels. Quite the mystery, no? Alas, a fantasy writer has no need for mysteries. What's that? I earn more as an occult writer, so that might be his... What's that? I can't speak. What's that? I earn more as an occult writer, so that might as well be my main job now? Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. I see. In any case, I'm just your average free spirit. Footloose, fancy-free, all that. What's that? You're worrying with my bohemian nature is the reason I remain unattached and unwed? Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. You seem to be enjoying yourself. I am indeed. Why not give it a try yourself? 1, 2, 3. Humbug, I say. I'm good, actually. Thanks. Impressive as it is, I concede. Doing this pose 3 times might have been a bit too much, yes. This guy is sure hard to keep up with. At any rate, I recently found myself with a pressing need to visit your fair country for research. Fortunately, young Cersei just happened to be studying in Japan and kindly agreed to accompany me as my guide. Your guide? Indeed, she's quite the enthusiast when it comes to Japanese folklore and occult phenomena, and it's such a pleasure to converse with as well. Iseshima is a deeply spiritual region and full of sacred places I'd always wanted to visit. We traveled around the mainland before coming here, but this place stands above and beyond. My nose almost started bleeding from the exhilaration. Oh, are these our fourth group? I guess Avi is our fourth group. Oh my gosh. In fact, I think it did a bit. You must have been really excited, huh? Is this place really that special compared to other places? Of course. It wasn't called the land that Wither repaired the waves from the eternal world for nothing, you know. The land Wither what? What's this? You've never heard it called that? It's said that Yamato Hime no Mikoto, the Empress of ancient Japan, was searching for a suitable place to enshrine Matarasu 2,000 years ago. She received divine revelation that the waves around Ise province came from the eternal world, which led her to establish the Ise Grand Shrine. Why does this guy look like he should be hoisting mainsails and buckling sashes? I think he would love being a pirate. Let's get him out of here. This eternal world is a separate realm from the world in which we live. Some describe it as a perpetual paradise. Whoa, you're gonna have to slow down there a bit. So, what does that mean exactly? We learned about it in our local history class, remember? Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Sorta. Basically, Ise is a sacred place, even the ancient gods took a liking to it, right? Exactly! It has such an enchanting vibe, just being here long enough. Being here is enough to have my nose gushing all day long. But the residents wouldn't be feeling too hot if our nose kept bleeding all the time. One thing's for sure though, you seem to really like Iseshima. As a local, I'm super happy to hear that. Arnav Barnum, author, occult journalist, 40 years old. Nickname Avi, fantasy author and occult journalist whose books are published in both America and England, but apparently they don't sell well. Unmarried. He has apparently come to Japan in search of mermaids. Circe, Lunarlight. Circe. A young girl from England currently on exchange in Japan. She seems to harbor an ardent interest in Japanese folklore and occult stories. Will you be staying on Kamishima tonight? If you need somewhere to stay, I know a few places. We actually already booked a guest house back on the mainland. We'll be taking the last ferry back after this. Oh, I guess you don't have much time left then, huh? So what brings you to Kamishima today? I'm glad you asked, young user. We were hoping to pick your brains on that topic as well. There wouldn't happen to be any legends concerning mermaids passed down on this island, would there? So you really are looking for mermaids? Oh, indeed we are. You know what mermaids are, yes? I refer, of course, to the mythical half-human, half-fish creature. Sure, we know that much at least. Then I may be able to provide a modicum of additional information on the subject. Additional information? Well, you may be aware that the typical Western mermaid is envisioned as having a lower half of fish and the top half of a human woman. It is thought that this interpretation has origins on another sea monster, the sirens of Greek mythology. Their claim to fame is surfacing near reefs and bewitching sailors with their beautiful voices. Andersen's fairy tale of the Mermaid is a famous example of this type of mermaid. Indeed, it has caused this image to enter common knowledge. Yeah, that's what comes to mind when I think of mermaids too. Typical mermaid, right? But that mermaid appears in ancient Japanese. But the mermaid that appears in ancient Japanese folklore is quite different. This mermaid only has the head of a human, with the rest of its body being fish. It appears that it was more of an evil spirit or an yokai in nature. The legend that eating its flesh will grant immortality also implies that it was seen as more fish than human. Sure, that makes sense. People will definitely think twice about eating something that looks human, huh? This isn't to say that there's a difference in Eastern and Western interpretations of mermaids, mind you. Oh, apparently Arnav is the name from Sanskrit for sea or ocean. Aw, that's cute. And, you know, Barnum as in like P.T. Barnum as in insane circus guy from history that we should all hate. I'm pretty sure he had fake mermaids in his shows, if I'm not mistaken. Like a mummified mermaid. One could rather assume that there are several different types of creature that can be encompassed by the term mermaid. After all, there were also reports of more human or demi-human mermaids being sighted in Japan in later years. Different types of mermaids, huh? Personally, I think lumping the two under the same appellation is a mistake. After all, they're two different creatures that just happen to share the same trait of being half fish, half human. It leads to misunderstandings when conflicting stories get passed down, and then the whole concept gets treated as a cold malarkey. I think I see what you mean. Listening to you talk about them, it sounds like you believe mermaids really exist, Avi. But of course I do! After all, I didn't come to research mermaids. I came to look for mermaids. Bum bum bum! This is all very compelling. Isn't it? I think this is the first time someone's agreed with me on the matter. And that brings me to my next question. You wouldn't happen to have any local info on mermaids, would you? Unfortunately, I've never heard any folklore about mermaids here. I see. That would align with the answers we've received to our other inquiries this far. And it would seem our investigation has branded us certified weirdos. Most everyone now turns us a blind eye, as well as a deaf ear. Well, it's probably not just because of that. I mean, isn't there supposed to be a huge occult craze going on in Japan right now? I assumed everyone would be jumping at the chance to discuss cryptids. Pretty sure that's just a small group of enthusiasts getting worked up, a very vocal minority, yeah? If you're that interested in the occult, what brought you all the way to Kamishima? Do you have a reason to believe mermaids could be found here? An excellent question, I do indeed. More precisely, I had the reason to believe they could be found around Taishima, an island that no longer exists. Taishima. Indeed, I obtained this information through personal research, so I imagine it's not common knowledge. But some say there were 3 mermaids, Sobe, Nagame, and Hayase, living in the seas around Taishima 400 or so years ago. 3 of them! And you even know their names? We didn't even know Taishima existed until today. It seems a deliberate decision was made not to leave any records of Taishima's existence, which would obviously lead to one believe something is being concealed. On that note, did you know that records remain of several other sightings of mermaids in Ise Bay? What? Really? That's right! Legends about mermaids exist throughout Japan, though this region is no exception. In particular, there are reports of mermaids having been discovered in Sioux City and Ise City, both of which border Ise Bay. Whoa, I had no idea. I jotted down some notes on these legends, so please take a look if you're interested. Thanks, girl. According to Kokon Shomanju, a collection of notable tales, old and new, an anthology of spoken stories compiled in the 13th century, 3 mermaids were discovered caught in a fisherman's net in Bitsuho Ise in the Ise province, modern day Nakavepo Kawaji. Okay, it's Sioux City. They were made of Furumigaria. There are a total of 6 mermaid sightings mentioned in Kagenki, the ancient annals of Horyuji Temple, covering the latter half of the Kamakura period to the Anbokucho period. One of these entries describes a mermaid sighted in Futami Ise province, modern day Futami town in Ise City. In the second year of the Even Area, 1357, the mermaid was subsequently named in Miju, composed of the characters affiliated with Long Life. Although the exact period is unclear, legends tell of a girl named Otsato from Kusawa in Ano Town of age district who became immortal after eating the flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yao Pikuni, a nun who lived for 800 years. 3 mermaids of Taishima. While this information is not recorded in any literature, according to obvious research, 3 mermaids, Sobe, Nagami, and Hayase, purportedly lived in Taishima, an island to have said to sunk 400 years ago. Thanks, this was all very interesting. So, which type of mermaid are you looking at for, Avi? Well, it seems a lot of mermaid sightings around here, around Icy Bay were fish mermaids. Fish mermaids. But the mermaids sighted around Taishima were apparently the human mermaid sort. So it stands to reason that any mermaids around here would be human mermaids as well. By human mermaids mean the sort that were closer to human than fish, right? Indeed, the ones closer to fish, meanwhile, are known as fish mermaids. Or at least, that's what I call them anyway. I see. I don't know whether that makes it easier to understand or more complicated. In that case, mermaids whose flesh would make you immortal if you eat it would have to be the fish mermaids then, right? Another fine question. It is indeed difficult to imagine people eating the flesh of human mermaids. But personally, I believe that human mermaids are also have the power to bestow immortality on people. Oh, no wonder. How about another refresher on myth and legend? Are either of you familiar with a place called Ryugu? Ryugu? Is it related to the Ryugu Palace that appears in the tale of Urashima Taro? Just so! It could well be considered the inspiration for the undersea palace in that familiar fairy tale. Oh, I was right? The tale of Urashima Taro. Long ago, a youth by the name of Urashima Taro lived in a village by the sea. One day, upon rescuing a sea turtle that was being bullied on the beach, Taro was amazed when the turtle thanked him by inviting him to Ryugu Palace, the legendary undersea palace of the Dragon King, as a token of his gratitude for his kindness. Ryugu Palace was a wondrous place, with beauty unlike anything found on the surface world. The princess of Ryugu Palace, Otohime, received him with great hospitality. Taro spent his days treated to elegant dances performed by sea breams and flounders, and satisfied by extravagant feasts, spending his days as if in a dream. After spending some time enjoying his luxurious lifestyle, Taro began to miss his village. He asked Otome for permission to return home, and although sad to see him go, the princess granted him his request. As a parting gift, she handed him a mysterious box, a tamate bako, but warned him never to open it. He came thus strange, but agreeing to Otome's request nonetheless, Taro accepted the tamate bako and set out back towards the village on Turtleback. Upon reaching his village, Taro realized everything was different. The house he had lived in years ago was gone, and there was no sign of his parents or anyone he had known. What he had believed to be just a short sojourn in Ryugu Palace had in fact been several hundred years on the surface, and the village people he had once known were no more. Overcome with despair, Taro turned to the tamebako he had been gifted in a final grasp of hope. As he opened the box, the thick white smoke engulfed him, and in an instant, the hundreds of years had passed and caught up with him, turning him into an old man. The Ryu, dragon, surely refers to the god of the sea. It is not uncommon for deities to be associated with water to be serpentine in nature. This would then make Ryugu Palace, where the god of the sea resides, the palace of the Dragon King. I had no idea Ryugu Palace was based on something else. Ryugu is known for being home to the priestesses who attend the god of the sea. These women are collectively referred to as Otohime. Oh yeah, Princess Otohime appeared in the tale of Urashima Taro, didn't she? Yeah, but she was described as the ruler of Ryugu Palace in a fairy tale, so is she actually a priestess? Slight embellishment to make it a more interesting story, I assume. Hardly uncommon. There's also another interesting theory about the Otohime of Ryugu. It is said that they were half fish, half human women in appearance. In other words, they were mermaids. Oh. But what's that, I hear you say? That's all and well and good, but where is this Ryugu Palace, anyway? You want to know? You're dying to know? Aren't you? Well, very well then. Take it away, Cersei. Right. As a matter of fact, Ryugu is said to be the exact same place as the Eternal World as I mentioned earlier. Okay, I've read the actual story before, but they also used it in a Yuri manga. That's awesome. Whoa, really? In other words, the sea around Ise, which is said to consist of the waves from the Eternal World, is in fact the location of Ryugu. And Ryugu is the home of the Otohime mermaids, right? That's right. What's more, as priestesses who live in a land said to be an eternal paradise, it wouldn't be that odd if they had some sort of power to grant immortality to humans. Even in the tale of Urashima Taro, the Princess Otohime displayed an ability to influence the physical age of other people using the Tumatebaka. Ah! If the story has a basis in the ability of mermaids to influence human lifespans, that power of hers makes a lot more sense, don't you think? I see, so that's why you think human mermaids are able to grant immortality even without eating their flesh. Oh, you see, intriguing, is it not? But how would you even get to Ryugu? What creature was responsible for bringing Urashima Taro to Ryugu in the eponymous tale? That's right, a turtle, or a kame. And what is the name of the island we're currently standing upon? Oh, Kamishima. And there you have the reason for our visit. So you believe there might be some clue as to how to get to Ryugu hidden on Kamishima? Could Kamishima really have been some sort of link to... really have some sort of link to Ryugu? Ryugu, Tales of Ryugu, the abode of the god of the sea, exist in every area of Japan, posited by some theories to be the eternal world of legend. It is said to be perpetual paradise connected to this world via the seabed that bestows everlasting youth and unnatural longevity to those who live there. Some tales also equate Ryugu with the underworld, the place where the dead journey after death. The tale of Urashima Taro, about a youth who was invited to the C4 palace of Ryugu as thanks for rescuing a turtle, led to Ryugu's name becoming widely known throughout the country. In the story, a princess called Otohime serves as ruler of Ryugu Palace, but Otohime originally referred to priestesses serving the god of the sea who presided over Ryugu. By the way, Yuza. Yes? You said your name was Yuza Minakuchi, correct? Yes, that's right. Are you familiar with an individual by the name of Mari Minakuchi? Huh? Mari Minakuchi was my mom. She passed away in an accident 5 years ago. I apologize for the indiscretion. My condolences. 5 years ago. You wouldn't happen to have inherited anything from your mother, would you? No, but what do you mean? Why do you know about my mom? Could she have some sort of connection to mermaids? Well, this is more related to my personal research, so I can't say for sure. Please tell me. I'm also looking for mermaids. If you know anything, I have to know. Well, now, you've certainly grown lively all of a sudden. Let's calm down a bit, Regrettably, the only lead I have is a rumor that suggests some connection between mermaids and Mari Minakuchi. A rumor? From where? Oh, you want to know? Well, I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Very well. I'll tell you. I heard it from a descendant of the islanders who used to call Taishima home. What? So someone survived the disaster that sunk Taishima and their descendants are still around today? Long story short, yes. Isn't it fascinating? This particular individual was also the one who told me about the 3 mermaids who were said to have lived in Taishima. Is this Somikawa? This was the guy that was presumably on the boat with Somikawa, right? I see. By the by, if you're also seeking mermaids, you must have information of your own, yes? Surely this one-sided exchange of knowledge wounds your good conscience. Allow me to remedy that by accepting any information you have. Yuza. Yeah, this is our best lead yet. Let's share what information we can. You see... Oh, so you were saved by a mermaid during the disaster 5 years ago. When you believe the mermaid in question might have been your mother. Yeah, I know it sounds pretty far-fetched. And I know some good of it probably comes from me wanting her to still be alive. Oh no, on the contrary, I find it very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Why, you ask? Why? There's a rumor about one of the 3 mermaids who used to live around Taishima. They say she took on a human form several decades ago and has lived among humans ever since. What? No way! That would perfectly fit with our theory. Color be surprised as well. This is my surprised face, by the way. But it would be very interesting if that was that case. Sorry, Avi, I think I'm at my limit. Oh my. That bad, is it? Is something wrong? My apologies. As much as I wish we could talk more, it would appear we are out of time. I'm afraid we must bid you goodbye for today. Now that you mention it, if you're looking to make the last ferry, you'll probably want to be heading back soon. Well, wait, this is the most promising lead yet. We've found a promising lead we found. If you could stay just for a little bit longer. Believe me, I'd love to continue our chat too, but the little lady has been feeling a bit under the weather ever since arriving here, you see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not going to get another nosebleed. If you're feeling that bad, maybe you should stay the night after all. Thank you. I'm just about holding the nosebleed in. But I really should get off this island as soon as possible. Ever since arriving here, I've had this feeling that some terrible calamity is approaching. Calamity? You can't mean... I've forgotten to mention, young Circe here is a bit sensitive to the things in that sphere, if you catch my drift. Oh, okay, but as reluctant as I am to part ways, we really must go. Many thanks for the information you shared, and never fear, we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Use, I'm sorry, excuse me. Avi! You ring? If you happen to find any more leads on mermaids today, could you let me know as soon as possible, please? Oh, I didn't expect you to be all that interested. Very well, if I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. Perhaps you can give me... if you could give me your contact information, perhaps. Thank you! Gosh, this game is so rad. Man, that sure was a stroke of good luck. I'd never thought they'd have so much info for us. We managed to learn a lot today, but it seems like getting any more from them today will just be a bit tough. I really need that information by tomorrow, though. I don't know where we should go. I guess we go see Grandma? Or let's hit these 3 random places, because we don't know if anybody's here. Oh, okay, this worked. Looks like the sun's starting to set. Why don't we go over what we learned so far? Yeah, good idea. First, we learned that my mom was considered cursed by some of the islanders. Yeah, they said she was descended from the person who originally called forth the curse of the raging waves, or something like that. And because he thinks the curse is about to break out again, Mr. Wakamura is currently trying to find a way to stop it. Not everyone on the island believes in it, though. Kikuko and Chotaro didn't seem to believe in it at all, yeah. We also managed to speak with 2 of the foreigners who were looking for mermaids. They were sure full of surprises. There's also this rumor about mermaids living near Taishima, a nearby island that was destroyed, and that one of them assumed human form. I never thought we'd find something to support the idea that my mom might have been a mermaid. Whatever else we may have learned from this, that mermaid I encountered 5 years ago very well might have been one of the 3 living near Taishima. We've also got some hints about where those mermaids might have come from. Yeah, there's a good chance they originally came from an otherworldly place called Ryugu. And if they're in a place like that, I don't see how we could ever get to them, though. What that girl said about the calamity I'm approaching is bothering me a bit, too. There's no way we should know about the curse of the raging. She could. Blah, 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 blah. There's no way she should know about the curse of the raging waves, right? Do you think that means the curse is real after all? Oh, Azumi, I just realized something. Yeah? If the curse of the raging waves is in danger of breaking out again, then wouldn't that mean the curse bearer is still around today? Oh, damn, you're right. But your mama's, well, not with us anymore. Mr. Wakamura seems to think I wasn't. Mr. Wakamura seems to think I wasn't the direct cause of the curse reappearing too. Yeah, he'd probably be coming down on you even harder if he thought you were. So the person responsible would be someone who wasn't here 5 years ago, but is here now. Well, assuming the curse is real anyway. Yeah. Still, I really do wonder if my mom had some sort of link with mermaids. I hope whatever Gran has to tell us shed some light on things. You mean what she's planning to tell us at the bay tonight, yeah? What's wrong? There's a bunch of noise coming down from Chio Street. I think I heard screaming? Let's go. Oh. Shotaro is screaming. Tsukasa is here too. Why? What? What happened? What's wrong? Tsukasa, what's going on? I don't... We were just... But that's such a... Yuzo, look over there. What? Oh! Sato, there's blood everywhere. What happened? She's not moving. Don't tell me she's dead. Sato just suddenly she got cut down. Whatever it was, we gotta get her to the clinic. Wait, what's happening? Sato, her wound is... Oh, is she immortal? Oh, come on. She's... Oh. Her wound is gone? Sato! Oh no! So she got immortality from a mermaid. That's not good. That's not good. Sato, are you okay? Sato? Oh. Oh, Sato. Oh. I didn't even make that connection. Well. Well, Gary. I figured that she was like a mermaid or related to mermaids somehow, just because like she suddenly arrived on Kamishima. They didn't like. I figured like maybe something weird probably happened to her and she just washed up. Yeah, Anatan's Yao Bikuni. Although the exact time period isn't clear, legends tell of a girl named Osato from Kisawa in Anatown of Age District who became immortal after eating flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yao Bikuni, a nun who lived for 800 years. I did... Well... I don't know what to do. Oh, hey, Wes is live. We're gonna go see Wes in Peach Delta. The two of them are doing a one-off of the Devil stream, I believe, right? If I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, never mind. It's Higurashi. She tricked me. Fuck. Figures. Motherfucker. She's so funny. Love her to death. Let's all go watch, her and Peach Delta. Enjoy yourselves. Take care. I appreciate you guys coming by today. It's, oh, oops. Wait, that's actually not her channel. Yes, this is her real channel. I forgot the underscore. I'm a fool. I almost sent you to the wrong guy. I almost sent you to a stranger. That would have been bad. Anyway, be nice. I will be in there. Yay! Bye!